and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I try to kill my friends. I'm Andrew Gilbert, the benevolent dictator of Helpful Goat Gaming, but tonight, I'm your sexy neighborhood dungeon master. And... and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is the unbenevolent dictator of Helpful Goat, Galway, playing the tiefling sorcerer Charity.
Hey everyone.
Adam, playing the halfling rogue Burbage Kemp.
Hey, sexies.
Lena, playing the Goliath barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi.
And Darcy, playing the tiefling cleric Hakari.
I do my sword toss, check my horns. Kobolds, how you feeling?
Feeling good as belly.
Sword toss, check my horns. Kobolds, how you feeling?
Feeling good as belly.
If Burbage is angry anymore, throw his hobbit ass out the door. Oops, I accidentally said hobbit instead of halfling, but whatever.
They're the same.
You want to get sued?
That was amazing. Oh, I love the duets. I love them.
And if those are different characters than what you were expecting, perhaps you are viewing us tonight thinking this was Dom and Dragons.
Haha, we tricked you.
We tricked you. No, this is our long form campaign, Goats and Dragons, the Fates of Ryn. We're going to be playing with Dom again tomorrow night in Dom and Dragons session number 2. So definitely come check that out. That'll be at 9 Eastern Standard Time, 6 Pacific Time, and like 2 in the morning or something in England. And we have Wednesdays Dom and Dragons up on Twitch right now. So if you just flip over to our videos section, you can watch the session for that. But hey, stick around because we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight in this one too. Yeah, if you enjoy these characters and if you like this kind of storyline, this is in our podcast Goats and Dragons. We have a second podcast called Helpful Goat Gaming Presents, where we play shorter campaigns, where we do one shots, talk about gaming, all kinds of different things over there. So check out those 2 podcasts. Go ahead and subscribe, rate, leave a comment, whatever you like. We're totally down with that.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out that that this podcast, Goats and Dragons, Fates of Ryn campaign, takes place in the same world as the Dom and Dragons period campaign.
Yes. Yeah, Dom and Dragons takes place actually just a few months prior to where they are now. But in a different part of the world. And discerning listeners will have heard a connection already between the 2 campaigns, which I'm super happy about. Yeah, fun, crazy stuff there. So, and we're also in the middle of Tier Beyond the Doors, which is Galway's short campaign, which is super fun, and those are being published on Helpful Goat Gaming Presents. We're probably getting toward the end of those, I would imagine. I don't know how many sessions we have left. Probably is, I'm not the DM, so
I wish I knew.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's who knows with D&D, it's a little hard.
Half sessions spent considering the pros and cons of wall mosaics mean I have to be flexible.
Wait, was that this game?
No.
That was that was Waterdeep, yeah.
Right.
Also on Presents, yeah. And on Twitch, we are affiliate, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. And as a reminder, anyone who has Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free to us through Twitch Prime if you just link those 2 accounts. It's pretty easy to set that up. And thank you to everyone who follows the channel. We incredibly appreciate your support. If you'd like to think about monetarily supporting us to try to get us to be able to do these honestly crazy things like play with Dom Monahan, you can go to our Ko-Fi page, and a link to that would be in the chat. If you type !donate, you can see a link for that. And also, we have a really awesome, like honestly, fucking fantastic community on Discord that has just been talking about games and fun, and it's like it's been really honestly meaningful for Darcy and I, because it's a place where we can kind of go and connect with our friends and connect with people we know have similar interests and that sort of thing. If you're jonesing for any of that,
Which I think the entire
World,
world is
right?
right now.
Go ahead and type !Discord, and that'll give you a link to join our Discord. And you can kind of hang out with people, like-minded people that enjoy this kind of thing.
And bonus, you
it's
get to talk to me when I'm not playing. So
100%, very, very true. So you can check that out in there too. Yeah, I think that's all our announcements tonight. Is that true? Anyone else got anything?
That's it.
Feeling good? All right.
Join us tomorrow night for the second session of Dom and Dragons, which I think Andy already said, but still, can we say enough that we are playing a D&D campaign with Dominic Monaghan 2 nights a week? It's
I
exciting.
don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we can say it enough. Super, super fun. All right. Well, without further ado, then let's begin tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons.
Bum 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 ba ba da bum ba ba da ba 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 da bow 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 ba ba da bow 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 bow.
That was quick.
Nice.
Nice and quick. All right. Last time on Fates of Ryn, the group learned a little bit more information about Israk Devere and the ancient white dragon Pelatoth. And as they were breaking for the evening, the two figures asked for Hakari to stay behind just a bit.
which is always a good choice.
Which is always a good choice. As Hakari did, the two individuals seemed to intimate that Israk Devere, it would not be great if he just kept lingering on in life.
No, that is not what they said.
Did they really intimate that?
They intimated that something that I was very ancient and that some things are too old and need to be put out of their misery.
Hakari took it as a threat.
I think they were building up.
Why?
I think they were building up to intimating something, and Hakari cut them off from being able to do so.
Very possible. And
Hakari don't give a shit these days.
Hakari broke the glass cylinder containing the remains of Israk Devere, which then seemingly killed him. As that happened, the sort of mechanical automatons in this area came to life as some sort of security protocol attacked the group. During the fight, Arbin went down from one of the puppets, but it was Stormbringer who, air quotes, accidentally stabbed him again, killing sort of him, which immediately after the fight caused a large rift in the party, as both Stormbringer and Charity saw a very practical solution to the information possibly leaking out about the family and their involvement with Behelit, whereas Burbage seemed to suggest, or seemed to believe, that there were other means by which they could achieve the same sort of goal. That got quite heated. The family. Many things were said.
Burbage said he doesn't want Stormbringer's love.
Burbage went intense there.
So sorry.
However, perhaps something about the sudden ferocity of Burbage's conviction got to Charity, who then went and raised Arbin from the dead.
I also just want to flag that when Arbin turns out to be evil, Charity will literally never let Burbage forget that. I mean, on the level of I will fucking learn Modify Memory so that, like, the first thing Burbage remembers every morning is shit.
Oh, shit.
That's fun.
Yeah, and as Arbin sort of realized that he'd been brought back to life, found all of a sudden a lot of things in perspective, he went to Burbage that evening, even at the suggestion of Charity, and Burbage and Arbin slept together. About time.
About to go out.
Damn straight. Damn gay.
I was like, not really.
Did you say damn gay?
Yeah.
God damn it. Anyway, now, in the morning, 8 hours later.
And he didn't even include Hakari. Trying to obviously put notches on her bedpost. That's like her one thing in life she has.
Okay, I'm just
notches?
saying that the next reincarnation of Hakari really needs to carry around an actual bedpost as a club with notches in it.
Good.
With like 2 sets of notches.
Yep.
As the morning is coming, obviously there's no windows, there's no light in this area. But as you sense morning at the end of a long rest, Charity, you kind of wake up first. Hakari had the last watch of the night, and nothing seemed to happen.
He woke up and Hakari was like sleeping.
Okay, yeah, so not a great watch. And technically, all of you have now gained a level. You are now at level 13.
Woohoo!
Why did you say technically?
Yeah.
Well,
Suspicious.
because I don't know exactly if everyone's actually up yet, but
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mechanically, let's go ahead and maybe roll some.
I was like, wait, what technicality are we
Yeah, sorry.
operating on?
I don't exactly know if you're up yet.
Two of us died in the middle of the night.
Yeah, this is not to suggest-
Hakari was sleeping.
But also,
they're
they're dead in level 13.
In hell, you're level 13.
So yeah, as you guys are getting that set up, just a reminder to anyone watching how I do level hit points, which I think is the same as Galway. You go ahead and roll hit points, and then you get to decide if you want to take your roll or have me roll, which for the most part means you usually get as good or better rolls.
Sometimes it's just both ones.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it means you can play probability.
I can go first. I'm a D12.
Please.
Oh, it thought about that 12 for a long time.
I will take mine.
8 is pretty good. 8 is pretty good. Please don't forget to add your Constitution modifier to that. Who else? Who next?
What do we roll? Like, where do we go to roll it again?
You could roll a hit die. That'd be fine. Or just a D8 for a cleric.
D8 for a cleric. Okay, I can go next.
Okay. Give me a roll, Hakari. 2.
Oof.
First.
You're gonna take mine? Sorry, I had to type, so I was off.
Better.
An 8. Oh my gosh.
I got an 8.
Yep.
And then I add my Constitution modifier, which
Yep.
is nothing, of course. So
You're good at other things. All right, who's next?
Go ahead and do Burbage's. We can just do them in descending, like, die size.
Sure.
Cool. So I'm a D8. I will roll.
That'll do.
Wow.
Yeah,
That'll
I'll
do,
take
pig. That'll do.
mine. 8. I
Rolled
love
an
it.
8 plus 1. Yep. And sure.
Yours.
Yep.
The same. 2.
Disappointing.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some. After 13 levels. The 2 is going to pop in there somewhere. All right. You all have, access to the spells, and all your spells slots have regenerated. You are bright and fresh in the morning. Hakari, you had
Yes.
certainly wrapped your head. You suffered a pretty large head wound yesterday. You're definitely still bandaged up. You replaced the bandages in the morning. The bleeding is
Do
stopped.
I have like a concussion or anything?
You probably don't have a concussion. You could try to do a med check if you want to.
I don't need a med check. I just wanted to know how much I need to drink to help the concussion.
I'm not sure that's like an approved
Help?
medical solution for concussions. I feel like we should have like I don't know.
You need a
PS
disclaimer.
Hakari don't vaccinate her kids.
Oh no! Don't make Hakari anti-vax.
I was gonna say, don't make me stop healing Hakari.
Holy shit. I love it. All right. All right. So mostly then, Charity, you're the first one kind of up. What is it you'd like to do this morning?
So last time when I was down in the main room, I found the book by Siren, or I found another book by Siren.
Yes, this is the second of Siren's books
And
that you found.
are there side rooms? There's sort of the Jade platform. There's this main area down here. Is there anything else besides, I guess, the room where Applebee's greeter bot met us?
Did he cut off?
Right, off of that room where the greeter bot met you, there was another door. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that Charity will probably just be coming down and sort of looking through the books and the tables, trying to see if there's anything else that catches his eye, either other texts, like we've also had multiple volumes of like the brief history of Federo. It seems like Siren was fucking insane, but also kind of wrote some interesting things. So any like texts that stood out, any potions, or just other stuff that sticks out generally.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a investigation check.
You know what I'm gonna do first?
Guidance?
Yeah. Guidance. This is it's not weekly anymore, it's sort of like bi-weekly, but or semi-weekly plug for guidance, a divination cantrip that lets you make you or your friends better at things. Use it early, use it often.
Ooh, very nice.
25.
25 total. Very good. Now that everything is kind of calmed down and everyone's sort of sleeping, you're not on watch anymore. You feel a lot of the dangerous past, nothing else you heard moving in the night. You're able to take your time a little bit more, and going through the tables, you don't find many more manuscripts. You do, however, find 3 potions of greater healing that are nice and clearly labeled. You do see vials of liquids, ground up herbs, like a lot of ingredients for things, but these are the only completed potions that you see at the moment.
Do I feel like I could supplement my herbalism kit with some of these herbs?
Yeah, you could probably
I see.
add a little bit for that herbalism.
It basically, in order, more what I meant there was like, do I think that there are the raw ingredients necessary to make X numbers of potions? Since with like the Zan's crafting, it's, you know, you need X gold worth of stuff to make this, and I figure we can just...
Yeah. There's enough to maybe make if you took the time, 2 more healing potions.
So I'll just mark down that I have 2 sort of charges of potion herbs.
Yeah.
And anything else as I'm wandering through then?
Not necessarily. You do see Pelatoth very quietly standing in the middle of the room. He's standing by one of the tables and taking turns, just very, very carefully sniffing some of the herbs. And as you approach, he doesn't even turn to look at you. He seems to just kind of sense you there. And he says, "Lilac was always one of my favorites."
Does indeed have a pleasant scent. Some medicinal properties as well.
Isn't that odd? Something as beautiful as a smell of lilac is not enough for nature. Nature requires even more of this beautiful little thing. Seems greedy to me.
I'm not sure I had ever thought of it that way. But you may have a point. May I ask you a couple of questions, Pelatoth?
He sets the lilac down and turns to look at you. In the guise of Foley still.
Yeah.
Of course.
Did that seem like he assented to being asked questions?
It seems like it, or at least you have his attention.
You spoke to us yesterday. You described your own life, and you described the lives of us smaller creatures, and spoke of how the fear and the hate caused you to flee, caused you to leave because you no longer wish to be part of this world. But
He nods. Yeah.
you also spoke of the joy you found with her. I will not say her name. And it seems to me that you spoke of the pain of her death. I have only recently come to understand, to accept that this is my life to live. And I am scared of losing it. Scared of losing my family, scared of many things, as described, but if you had thought then about the danger of losing her, would that have inspired fear in you?
It is a good question. I would like to say that it would inspire resolve. And he continues to look at you.
No, sorry, I was taking a drink.
Sure.
And that makes sense. You would have resolved perhaps to enjoy your time with her all the more, to protect her where you could. Is that true?
It is, yes. So much of this life is fleeting. It is very easy to get caught up in
So,
lasting ideas.
and I guess that is my first question for you, O Pellet, that I can see now that I was afraid. That is why I acted as I did. Why I acted with violence towards Arbin, afraid that he would tell Ponway, who I don't know how much you've associated with him over the past several hundred years, not a real great employer.
A small smile creeps on his face.
And I was afraid of losing this life that I've only now gained. But that feels to Burbage that what I did was too far, and I think that in retrospect it is, but not all be you, mighty Pelatoth. Frail, small, easily killed. Charity will rub the scar on his back where Shenik had stabbed him. What is the line? If you had been there when the bandits beset her, would you have turned them into banditsicles?
I find that there are so many things in life that I could question. Choices I would have made differently. But it is impossible to tell if any choice you make would have been better if you had made it differently.
Yes, and there is great wisdom in that, and goodness knows there are enough decisions in my past that I wonder that about, but bad as it has been in the brief period that you have seen us, I am happy with the path that has led me here. I merely wish the path I have yet to walk inspires good. Perhaps even protects this world. Certainly protects this family. But to go so far as to kill someone simply because I am afraid of a thing they might do also feels too far.
There is a balance between mortal fears and immortal distance. Another of your group is having trouble with the latter as well. As many things in life, you will eventually grow up to find extremes are dangerous, but balance is hard.
But if balance is better, I think I would prefer to take the hard way. That myself and others might be benefited.
Then you are speaking with words beyond your years, little one.
I had one other question and then a request. This book, and Charity will pull out of his satchel actually probably both books by Siren. These books.
Oh yeah.
This figure, Siren. He seems to have written a great deal of interesting things. He had a great deal of knowledge of doom lilies and also seems to speak here of an intriguing new approach to magic. I merely wondered, in your long lifespan, had you ever heard of this figure? He also has some extremely racist ideas about halflings.
He's an asshole, but a brilliant one. I do not believe that the machinations around us that are currently now bits of rubble have not also been touched by that mind.
That's, both interesting and disquieting, because you can see here, after discussing ways in which the magical firmament may be manipulated through the use of tools, goes on to have this very long passage about the joys of summer grass on your naked gnome buttocks. I find his writing style
hate him
disjointed.
so much.
Oh, okay. That seems fair and accurate. It's about what I had gotten. Thank you for that. I just wanted to check in with someone who might have had a little more experience with him. Lastly, well, no, actually not lastly, but you said to us that we seemed as children, but that if adults came and asked you to defend this world, you might be inclined to answer.
This is true. Yes.
I will not ask you how to be a person worthy of that aid any more than I already have. But I appreciated your words. And it is a thing I will strive for, and if my family wishes to strive for it, I will do what I can to help them. How might we? Should we find ourselves lucky enough to have discovered something more? How might we request your aid?
Learn the teleportation circle of my iceberg. And then at any point you may travel there to find me. Perhaps until that time has come, I shall return to that place.
That is fair enough. And now, though I suspect we shall be here at least a little longer, the last thing for this conversation. And Charity's going to draw back slightly and bow extremely deeply. Thank you for your words, Opalatoth. Thank you for your advice and your perspective.
It is a small perspective in a wide world, but it is an old one.
Perhaps it is, but had more dealings with most than those whose perspectives might be wider than any other. And I cannot say that I have found the gods to generally have our best interests at heart.
Yes. And he'll put his hand on you, and it's actually a very heavy hand that he kind of places lightly on you. Look to balance, young one. Look to balance. And then he kind of just steps forward and wanders off, looking around at the different tables again, picking up different little mortars and pestles and smelling the concoctions within.
Could we say that with my 25 investigation on one of the other tables over here, I had noticed a rare strain of lilac?
Sure, yeah.
I'll sort of point up there. There's a rare form of lilac on that table if you wish to partake.
Thank you. All right. You return. Hakari is up and bandaged again, and everything's good there. Does he find Stormbringer awake then as well?
She's at least still pretending to be asleep.
In what level? Is she just lying still, or is she like audibly saying
Snoring?
snore? Snore.
She's just kind of laying there with her eyes closed.
How's the head, Hakari?
Oh, I've had worse. So, and the alcohol really helps. It's a really good for concussions. So if you ever get one, just drink a lot and then you go to sleep, and then you either don't wake up or you do. So it's great.
we have to stop the game real quick and go, please, everyone, don't do that.
Don't do vaccinate your children. Don't go to sleep if you have a concussion. Go to the emergency room or MedStat.
Sorry to stop the podcast, but we need a disclaimer.
Again, vaccinate your children.
Don't drink and then
have polio and smallpox anymore.
Don't drink with the
Don't drink and then fall asleep after head trauma. Charities
generally do the opposite of what Hakari does.
Okay, back to the podcast.
So as Hakari is saying this, Charity's eyebrows are just kind of raising progressively higher. Well, don't be controlling. Whatever works for you. You want me to take a quick look at that?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Charity's gonna start scribbling down some notes.
Or I guess I should say, nope, I'm good. There's no damage.
What?
Stormbringer's gonna kind of start laughing, even though she's pretending to be asleep.
Charity's going to sort of.
Yes,
Yeah, she does. You're also totally awake.
No, I'm asleep. My eyes are closed.
That's not how that works, and you know it.
I'm laying in bed and my eyes are closed. I'm asleep.
You're clearly not asleep.
Shh, Charity, some of us are trying to sleep.
No, she has brain damage. I've been walking around and you're pretending to sleep.
Shh.
I said I don't have any damage. And what's a brain?
It's the thing that you cracked out of that jar. You did damage to 2 brains yesterday.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Double kill.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I hope
double
not.
kill. I drink more in victory.
Oh god.
You can see a tear forming in the corner of Charity's eye.
Stormbringer kick, because she's still asleep.
That's what Stormbringer says.
I thought, Stormbringer, we might want to revisit the conversations around the necessity of doing harm to Arbin, and also I was hoping to talk to you some about how you were feeling about heading back to the Goliath lands.
Don't know what there is to talk about with either of those things. Everything's fine. I had a great night's sleep, and I had a really fun night before killing some puppets, and everything's fine. I love fighting puppets. I love fighting puppets, not Burbage. Not that I was fighting Burbage. Everything's okay.
Charity's going to sort of gently pat your shoulder as he's sort of flopped down next to you. I'm not sure that everything is fine, and it's okay for it to not be. But I just wanted to say that I appreciated that you were trying to protect me. I know that this family is as important to you as it is to me, and I know that you do your best to keep us safe. And I think that in the time since I died and came back, I don't know that I've said that. I've appreciated you reviving me, but I just want us to try to find a way that doesn't involve having to kill everyone who might potentially be a threat.
I mean, I don't really see what's wrong with that. I think that's a really good solution.
Ew.
Okay, brain damage. There might have been some alcohol on one of those tables out there when I was looking around. I bet Pelototh can chill it for you.
Cool. Come on, Burbage. Let's go and we can talk about, what went down last night. I want to hear all the details.
You're shouting that over to where Burbage
Yep.
is like.
And then can I go over to him and just drag him with me?
We're like how far from them
Yeah,
right
you
now?
have to go all the way across
Yeah.
the Jade area.
Yep.
And then we'll get back to what you see eventually.
Okay.
Well, let's stick with Charity and Stormbringer for a moment. Yeah, okay. Not ominous at all.
Are Burbage and Arbin still in the same room?
They were over
Room.
across.
Are they still in bed?
across
or
the Jade platform that you couldn't see them.
Okay,
you're
but I'm
wandering
gonna
over
yell that
Yeah.
just gonna yell as loud as Burbage, I need details.
As she's doing that, please continue.
Because, frankly, most things could end up being a threat to us, but it doesn't mean that they will be, or that they want to be, or that if they were, they actually can harm us.
Are you worried because there'd be so many things I'd have to kill? Because I'm really good at killing things, Charity, and I appreciate your concern for my time, but it's actually an enjoyable activity for me. I thought you knew I liked fighting, so it's okay.
Not a matter of time or your enjoyment, though I do have to say I suspect that you could just about manage it. It's that we have to find ways of living that enrich our own lives and hopefully also enrich the lives of others, not just defending our bare existence. I know you want to protect us. I know that comes from a place of love, and I appreciate that. Always appreciated that. I think in some ways I trust you more than you trust yourself. But whatever else there was, Arbin is a person who has tried to help others, Arbin is a person that we could talk to, and we could see, and based on my talking to him last night, I'm not entirely sure that he has a much higher opinion of Ponway than we do. I don't think he wishes me harm. And you speak of wanting to protect me, and you want to protect me because you love me as your family, but to ruthlessly kill everything that might have been a threat, to snuff out any last shreds of resistance. That was Caloran's life. I don't want that. I want to be more. I want to be
But you
Caloran.
don't have to, Charity. I would do it. It's okay. Don't worry, you won't even know.
Then instead of being Caloran, I'll become the monster that my father was.
No, because you won't even know.
He didn't know of all the deaths that his will caused, but it didn't change that they were there, and he was able to take a certain comfort in them. I'm not saying we're not going to try to protect ourselves from threats. I'm saying that if I have to kill someone to keep myself alive and safe, or to keep you alive and safe, or Burbage, or Hakari, or Vimeris, I want to know that I have. I wish to take that weight on. And at least in Arbin's case, I would rather let him live, because I feel that he will do good both for us and for the world being alive.
If it's important to you, I will not kill Arbin right now unless I think he is acting threatening.
I will never ask you.
But I'm not making any promises with anything else, dude. You're not responsible for my actions. You're not gonna be your father. But also, like, I'm gonna protect you guys whether you like it or not.
I know.
Hey, people whose name I forget. You should come here and see this.
Does she actually have brain damage?
Yeah, no, like, I'm about
People!
I'm about 85% sure.
People
Hakari,
who are here, come here and see this.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to stop unless we go see
Okay,
it. And,
let's go see.
and the noise is starting to give me brain damage.
All right, you head up the stairs to the circular jade platform, and you see Hakari looking down the other side of the stairs at where Burbage was sleeping the night before. As all of you get to the top of the stairs, you see Burbage kind of sitting up against the wall.
Oh no, is he rocking back and forth?
And you see laying before him Arbin, entirely tied up.
I'm like, hey, I like try to give you like a really drunken high five, Ridge, and I'm like, hey, I like where this is going, man.
You rush down there. He's just kind of, he looks a little serious, but you try to give him a high five, sure.
Good morning, Hakari.
I didn't need to be involved in this, Hakari. This is like I thought I made it clear I wasn't really into orgies.
Yeah, I'm gonna double right down on that particular sentiment.
But wait. You have to see.
I really don't.
I do see. I see him tied up there. I was joking
Yeah.
about the light bondage before, but I guess Arbin wasn't, and that's okay. You know?
Good for you, man.
But I'm just gonna go back.
This is so much more interesting than feelings, and everyone's talking about their feelings. And you should just do what I did and get rid of them, and then no one would have these stupid feelings anymore.
Hakari, did you get rid of your feelings, or are you just drunk?
Charity's pulling out the same notebook from before and is making more notes in it.
I mean, both. Like, you can just get rid of them, and then you don't care, and then you can just fight, and I don't know,
The
like,
dog barks.
a dog just barked. Did anyone else hear that, or is that just me?
No, I think it's the brain damage.
A lot of dogs barking when I have brain damage.
Stormbringer
Same,
sees auditory hallucinations being written down.
There's this interesting sex thing going on, and all you guys care about is your emotions and talking through emotions, and
This
if all this stuff
sex thing.
like me anymore, then we wouldn't have to care. I'm just saying.
So I'd like to be clear that Arbin is tied up not in a particularly sexual
Sexy
way. He is, I would suggest, very securely tied up. And during all of this nonsense with Hakari, Burbage has stood up and will now say, I think, guys, that we have some traveling ahead of us to do today, right? So maybe we should get going, yeah. And Burbage will, I guess Burbage has Arbin on some kind of leash arrangement. Again, not.
How is this not?
I'm kind of with Andy. How is this not?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like Burbage would have found a really secure, serious way to communicate that Arbin is essentially his prisoner. Is Arbin awake right now, Andy?
Yeah, absolutely awake. Yeah, he's looking around at all of you and like through the gag in his mouth.
So Charity's going to sort of raise a hand. So did things go well or poorly? I'm having a hard time telling with this.
Burbage will go next to Arbin, and he'll give Arbin like a look, basically like with his eyes kind of communicating, if I remove your gag, will you give them the right answer about whether things went well with the sex? That's all unspoken. It's with the eyes.
With the
I don't know
eyes.
if you can communicate all of that with your eyes.
Give me a performance check. Eye performance.
10.
10. He kind of frowns and then nods.
Okay, yeah. Burbage will kind of furrow his brows a little bit and then remove the gag.
So is Arbin on the floor?
No, Burbage has allowed Arbin to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay,
At
so I'm
this
gonna
point.
go like lean against the wall right by Arbin and be like, yeah, I knew you were a feisty one.
You are all fucking nuts.
See, I knew he was a feisty one.
I woke up and I was tied up. I mean, not exactly what I was expecting from a night that we shared, Burbage, but
All right, now listen, okay? It's like I told you. This isn't permanent, all right? It's just provisional, okay? The rest of my family don't have as good vibes from you as I do, okay? And so I've got to respect that, all right? We, frankly, really don't know what exactly you're up to. You work for Ponway, that's not a great sign. You should
And
be thankful
Hakari
that
said
I-
you taste weird.
Did she tell us that? Oh, yeah, she did. All right. There's also that bit of information that your blood tasted weird. So we've got all this data suggesting that maybe I might have overreacted when I got all upset about Stormbringer and Charity killing you. But I believe that's not the case. I believe you're a good person, Arbin. I believe you're going to do the right thing here. I believe you're going to help us. But until I'm absolutely sure about that, you are my prisoner. I say my prisoner. Not ours, mine. Because I'm responsible for you. You're alive because of me. You might liken this to a halfling child begging his parents for a pet cat. And they say, are you going to take care of the cat? And the child says, yeah, I'll take care of the cat. That's me right now. I'm going to take care of the cat. Okay?
Charity's going to lean into Stormbringer and go, how did I go from being the bad, unreasonable one to the voice of reason again in, like, it's been 9 hours.
I'm just really confused because I don't see a cat.
Charity is going to draw
There's
another...
a t-shirt.
Charity is going to draw another question mark by brain damage.
And so this might be a moment, Andy, where I wonder if we can explore something retroactively that during maybe either before even Charity's interaction with Pelatoth or during the interaction with Stormbringer, could Burbage have already maybe done some kind of investigation check for... and I'm basically trying to tie this into the leveling up that we did. At level 13, Burbage gets the use magic device ability that allows him... He's learned enough of the workings of magic that he can now improvise the use of items even when they are not intended for him. He ignores all class, race, and level requirements on the use of magic items. And so between that and the fact that Israk had kind of, before being brained by Hakari, had offered for us to like look around and take things that seemed useful. So basically, I wonder if Burbage would have maybe had a chance to find some kind of magical device that would assist in keeping Arbin securely tied up, maybe some kind of alarm, something that'll help basically Burbage keep him safely imprisoned.
Yes, you did. You found a pair of manacles, along with went a wand that seemed to, when you activate it, the manacles would shock them.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
it's another interesting connection now between Goats and Dragons and Tom and Dragons. I love it. Cool. So yes, not only is Arbin tied up, he has these manacles on, and Burbage, has not necessarily revealed the wand, but that is something that he has.
So I like kind of elbow Arbin and say in a really loud whisper, like, hey, by the way, he says, you're his prisoner, like pet or whatever, but we share prisoners and pets around here.
Did Burbage hear that? Did Burbage hear that?
Yes, I think. Yeah, I don't think she's being.
Hakari, you have brain damage. Stop having consequential interactions with NPCs, please. You are affecting relationships that I am trying to improve. Please be healed. Can Burbage do a
faith healer check?
Yeah, you can like kind of try to have her bend down and look in her eyes and stuff. Sure. Give me a med check.
17.
Yeah, her eyes are having trouble focusing here a little bit. There actually does maybe seem to be a little bit of sign of concussion. You've seen this, though you may not know exactly what this is, because we're in the Middle Ages. But it's you've seen people that get hit in the head pretty hard. This can actually be kind of serious. Yeah.
Yeah, Hakari, you've been concussed. Okay. Now, and Burbage will take the gag that he had taken off of Arbin, and he'll kind of wipe away. And What?
I've
Hakari,
been
what?
Bear bust? What's bear bust?
Okay, see, she's hearing the wrong words. We're saying words and she's hearing different ones.
Yeah, she seems pretty fucked up.
Hakari, I'm going to take the gag and I'm going to kind of wipe away any kind of sweat or blood or grime that might be on Hakari's head. I'll kind of shove her gently toward Charity. Maybe you can take care of this. And then he'll put the gag back on Arbin.
Okay.
Do I have any in my medical training, herbalist training, anything that might suggest to me a course of action for the damage?
Jamba.
Yeah, you could either give me a medical check, or if you think that it's just a concussion, like Burbage said, you would know generally how to treat that.
Could we just heal?
I
mean, I could even heal myself.
I would probably
right?
do the
You-
medical check.
RP'd yourself into a hole.
Okay.
Here, so this is brain damage at this point.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, 21.
No, not just that. 25.
With a 25, yeah, this blow that Hakari took to the head is. Hold on, a dog is shaking.
Now who's the one with brain damage?
All right, Hakari has. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna take a collar off.
Take his collar off. I forgot to do it pre.
All we're hearing in the background is jingle.
I know. It's just really funny as you like start speaking jingle jingle, sentence trails off.
Almost. There we go.
Now run away, little guy. Run away.
Okay.
Back into the wild.
All right, Hakari. You believe with that medicine check, Hakari certainly does have a really serious concussion, and you're now a little surprised she made it through the night.
And
yeah,
I should be able to
But you
make
think
a tincture for that or something.
like a lesser restoration spell would work perfectly, or like a extra healing potion. The greater healing would work.
My Baja Blast one.
You do still have your Baja Blast one.
I was gonna say,
That would also work.
And I know it was called that. I was in the store for that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
extreme Baja Blast flavor.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
sort of be like peering in your eyes and sort of examining where you were wounded on the temple and stuff. Like, you're suffering from an acute lack of Baja Blast in your life? I might recommend you try to fix
yeah.
that before you die of an internal hemorrhage. You still have that thing, right?
I mean, yeah, the internal hemorrhage. I think it's gone. I think I'm okay.
The Baja Blast.
Oh, I guess I might pack with me.
Yeah.
I'll just have it. I take it and I just dump it out on the floor.
Your whole pack. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the
I
potion.
was like,
No.
why?
No. That would have been funny.
Yeah. You sift through your stuff. You've collected kind of a lot of stuff over the years, little trinkets of men you've slept with, and you find the potion pretty easily.
Wait, I find it?
No, I think
don't think
Charity's
I'm-
finding
I
it.
was gonna say I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
think I'm in a place to.
I picture it with this
Whoever
like
wants to do
I picture it as having being in this like vial with this massive label with like multicolored lettering of like extreme Baja Blast healing potion. Like,
And it's
Yep.
it's like that green natural color that like no one should ever drink.
Right.
yeah. As I take a sip of Mountain Dew. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sort of gonna hand it. Yeah, why don't you just gulp that down?
Oh, is this like special alcohol?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I'll require a deception check. I
I need-
think you believe that.
Do I need to drink just like half of it?
You
or
need to
whole-
drink all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just like glug it down.
All right.
Yeah,
you do
apply
that.
the George Costanza logic of lie detectors to Charity. As long as you believe it.
No. I think he was saying that to
No, it's more like-
Hakari. That
Hakari,
Hakari
yeah,
believed that.
Hakari believes that.
I see.
She's not going to question it. She does that. All right, you drink that all the way down, Hakari. You sort of your vision kind of goes more into focus. You become a
Okay.
little bit more focused just in general again. Your mind calms down. It seemed like it was just racing along with your heart, and you feel the effects of the potion seem to heal that a little bit better than it was. Yeah.
So I kind of look around and just slowly stand up and quietly, like, just, I don't know, I'm just quietly standing there watching. Like,
Okay.
my demeanor, like,
Yeah.
you know, I was kind of seeming friendly and being like, you know, just saying like things that were probably a little truthful, like, has completely gone now.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Y'all
Interesting.
topped up on the Baja Blast levels now?
Yeah, that was some good stuff. That was good.
Did you get rid of your feelings again?
What? What are you talking about? Feelings. Everyone
I
has
have-
feelings.
I have notes
and then
here.
I walk out of the room.
And then you
Just
walk
go.
away. Pelotov has come up the stairs, and you pass him on the stairs, Hakari, as you go down.
Wait, what does Pelotov look like now? Because I keep picturing this huge dragon walking up and
He
down
looks
stairs.
like Foley. He looks like this
Okay.
kind of greasy, black-haired
Ew.
human man. Yeah.
Okay. I say, hey, I've never slept with a dragon before.
It's fun.
All right, you want to go do this thing?
No.
I just glare at him and
He continues
down the
walking
stairs.
up the stairs.
Charity's gonna sort of turn him. I think you were right about that whole going too far to the ancient perspective issue. Yeah.
Indeed.
Also, I had nothing to do with this. Pointing at Arbin.
Oh, yeah. So he looks down at Arbin, like, for the first time, recognizing there's someone tied up.
This is not on me.
He was on me last night.
Oh,
I don't know if that's an appropriate joke to make when now he's tied up and you were, I don't know, calling him your pet? That's what Hakari said you were doing.
Arben, is it inappropriate for me to reference the great time we had last night? Mr. Cool, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
You're
Whatever.
gagged. Shut up.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, what would you like to do? Yeah, Pelotov is just standing in the corner at this point.
Rocking gently. Well.
Well, guess we should get going. Hey, nothing more to talk about here. Like Akari said, feelings are dumb. Is that what she said? I don't know. But, you know, we've got a teleportation portal to use. And, you know, a ship to get back to. And some main quests to just sort of return our attentions to, so that said attentions are no longer on, you know. And Burbage will walk away, leading Arbin down after Hakari.
All right.
Every time
But-
I think I
But
figured out
where's
more.
the cat?
Where's the cat?
So Charity was literally starting to say, every time I think I've figured out more, and you say that it was a metaphor. They're equating Arbin to a pet, and extremely disquietingly for me, Burbage was equating him to the pet that a child is demanding from their parents when their parents don't think it's a good idea. I'm really uncomfortable with this metaphor because of its full implications. You're uncomfortable with this metaphor because you don't like metaphors. There is no actual cat.
Oh,
Hakari and Burbage, please give me a perception check.
oh God.
It's fine.
21.
10 for
10.
Hakari.
Well,
Um,
I did just come off a concussion. so-
Yeah, you're watching Burbage and Arbin kind of come down the stairs after you. Burbage, you stop for a second. You hear somewhere kind of in the distance, maybe out in the area through which you came in, some glass breaking, probably. Which, as you're searching your mind, you don't remember seeing any glass. There's no windows or anything.
Glass, glasses or anything? You know what I mean? There has to be something made of glass.
It was a little bigger, kind of a shattering.
Okay, so it sounded like
Weird.
maybe a big window, but there aren't
Right.
that we know of that you can see out of.
Burbage will hear that and immediately go back up these stairs.
Yes.
Say to Pelatoth, would you keep an eye on him for me, please? Gesturing to Arbin. And he'll say to Charity and Stormbringer, I think we might have company that we might have to attend to.
Oh,
Follow me.
Hakari has.
okay.
Do I need to figure out a Midwestern accent like that greeter puppet? I don't want to do that.
Not that kind of company, Charity.
Oh, the burn them alive type.
And Burbage will proceed to go ahead and investigate the source of that glass sound.
When Burbage goes past Hakari to give Arbin to. I'm right here. You don't trust me to take care of him?
What happened? What did you say? When I went by, you what?
When you went by and you went by me to give Arbin to Pelatoth to watch over, and I'm like, ugh, I'm right here. You couldn't have given him to me.
Hakari, we need your help with the fight.
I'm just
Come on.
saying. We might.
You want to fight. You like fighting. You like fighting,
I
right?
know. Oh, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. We don't have time for this. I don't have time for
And then
another
I
fight.
run with my sword. I get my sword out, and I'm like, "You're right." I run and
Oh,
whip it out towards the noise.
shit.
Charity's also
Straight
going to sort of
into the
call
room.
over to Stormbringer. Could you keep an eye out whenever we make port again for, like, I don't know, therapy sessions, sexual
An insane
harassment
asylum.
workshops? We really need some qualified professionals. Okay.
We're gonna have to have a
Yeah.
sexual harassment seminar, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Hakari, you rush into the room, sword out, kind of looking around. You don't see any glass. You don't see anything shattering. You don't. Yeah,
I'm dealing with like
You-
a poltergeist situation.
there was
here.
there was a giant black pit at the far end of the room.
Okay.
The doors that you came in from are on the west side, and the east side of the room are just two other locked doors.
Okay, so I'm
or
gonna
doors.
go forward to like over here
Yeah.
with the stairs. There's the pit in front of me.
Yeah.
That's open, and then there's one or two locked doors
There's
on my other side.
doors on your other side.
But
It's a
is
set
it-
of double doors.
Double doors. Okay. First, I'm going to go over to the pit and just kind of like, can't I put light into something? Like as a cantrip or something, light?
If you have cantrip as a light, yeah.
Okay, let me look
light is a
real
cantrip.
quick.
Ashley's doing that. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just trying to stay in between everybody and any potential sources of danger. It's not working very well.
Do I?
So I basically took like, I don't know, are there any stones or anything on the floor?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not really. Yeah.
I took something from my pack that doesn't matter, like,
Well, it might matter.
well, I was trying to say like something that wasn't like necessarily like I just was carrying around. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of what.
A copper
Like I had a little
piece?
stone that I picked. I had a stone that I picked up
You-
from a river in my pack, Okay. and so I lit
you
it.
have trinkets of men from your past. You have.
Wait, where's the trinket from the guy that I? Do I have a trinket from the guy that I like sterilized with my sword?
From Galure,
Galure. Yeah.
you have a lock of hair. of
Okay, so
Galure
I
you
take
stole.
that and I light it,
Okay.
put light on it, and I drop it down the pit.
Okay.
We haven't done that already, right? When we came in?
No,
do
we
anything?
steered
No.
clear of the pit.
Okay.
There was also a Midwestern greeter puppet that was like, well, hey, guys.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. You drop that down into the pit.
Okay.
After it falls 50, 60, 100, 200,
Okay.
300 feet down, you think it probably landed in some water or something?
Can I
now,
see it reflected?
Right, now it's being obscured by something.
So I can't see it
And
at all.
now you can no longer see it.
Okay. So I shout down, hey, is there anyone down there?
It echoes. Hey, is anyone down there? Hey, is anyone?
Do we hear anything?
Nope, nothing.
Okay. So then I'm going to go over to the...
Well, hold on.
What?
What is everyone else doing during this time?
Well, she's doing that. I was going to say, can I make another perception check to see if I can tell if there's any sounds besides the well?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm clicking twice every time, apparently, because my mouse is a little bit broken. 17.
Nice. Guidance? I would assume.
Yeah, actually, I will use 20.
20. Nice. Okay, with a 20, you do hear some movement from the two double doors. There's something kind of moving back there, you think?
I'll sort of,
Which two double doors?
That direction.
I believe you.
Okay, I'm just saying. I was heading to the double doors,
Oh.
and then you cut me off.
I'm going to whisper to Burbage and Stormbringer. I hear movement behind the doors that are still closed.
You two better stay behind me. I know some of you maybe don't want my protection, but you're getting it anyways.
Burbage is drawing his hand crossbows and gives Stormbringer a slight nod, indicating that perhaps he'll keep his distance. But
So-
he's positioning himself in fighting stance.
So I'm in front of the double doors now while you were all doing that. And I turn back around and say, all right, so listen, I did not get to fight a freaking dragon. So let me do this. And if I look like I'm going to die, then you can jump in. Otherwise, stay out of it.
Okay, but we're not supposed to just kill things anymore unless we think they're a threat. I don't know if we're generalizing that to everything, but maybe make sure it's a threat first. Otherwise, there's lots of shouting.
I'll try. I'll do my best.
Okay.
At what level of you look like you might die do you want us to jump in, just to be clear?
You know, like I look like maybe before I go unconscious.
Oh, we're
You know-
really playing this one right out to the okay.
Yeah, just let me have my fun. And if we'll say this, we'll use our safe word. If I'm in
Pineapples?
too deep, I'll yell pineapples.
Pineapples.
All right, because I didn't get to do any of that, and it's pissing me off.
Charity will give you a thumbs up.
Okay.
I go over to the. Oh, and can anyone help me unlock this door? Are there anyone that has like?
After all of that,
You make
Hakari
this big
needs our
speech.
help.
You
Yep.
turn around to
And then,
open
like-
the doors. They're locked.
And I'm like, wait. So can anyone help me unlock this and then get the fuck away?
Burbage will
Jesus Christ.
sigh, put his hand crossbows away.
Charity's gonna turn to Burbage. You want it to be you or me?
Oh gosh.
I got this.
Okay.
I got this. Burbage will just kind of walk kind of slowly past everybody and do his thieves' tools.
The way as soon as they're open, as soon as it's unlocked, just run away and get behind Stormbringer.
All right. Burbage will give a kind of hesitant look, short look at both Stormbringer and Charity and be like, I'm okay with that if you are.
Stormbringer will nod at him.
I'd hate to be controlling.
This is great.
Adam laughed. Burbage will give a, like, just, like, his eyebrows will just, lower to, like, half down over his eyes. just with the driest look, and then turn and do the thieves' tools.
All right. A 26. You very quickly, very easily flip the lock on this. And the door clicks open.
All right, I'm stepping away. Hakari, this is your moment to shine.
Did we make sure if that's trapped?
No.
No, you didn't.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm going
Hakari
in.
didn't ask me to do
And
that.
she-
Hakari didn't.
As she like kicks the doors open and there's a negative response to that, Charity is gonna go, okay.
Oh
Right.
my god.
Hakari, you step into a room that is almost a hallway going from left to right, filled with gigantic tubes, inside which is some sort of either green or blue liquid, depending on the tube. And
A
inside,
tube or a jar?
a large enough tube to fit what you barely see on the inside of these things, which are
Okay.
humanoid figures.
Like tiny little humanoid figures in
Nope,
tubes?
not a jar, a tube, a very
Oh, a
large.
big
Yeah.
tube.
Like sort of like in an aquarium, right? Like one of
Yeah,
those.
okay.
Yeah.
And they're humanoid creatures. And I just go,
Yes.
God damn it! Because there's nothing to fight.
Well, you
Well-
look to your
oh, okay.
right,
Well, I say God damn it at first.
as one of the tubes seems to have broken,
Ooh.
and one of those figures is now lumbering toward you.
All right. Can I see, like, is there a light in here that I can see with? enough with?
You can see.
Oh, and I have
as dark vision. Yeah.
I have dark vision. So can I see like what it looks like? Can I?
If you scroll down just a little bit, you can see on the map. Probably.
I'm just gonna go up to it so it gives me more light. What does it look like? Like an undead person?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Maybe?
It's hard to see a little bit. It's dim light for you, but there is this creature. Its limbs sort of loose at its side, and it's lumbering toward you, and you hear a.
So I just go, okay, friend or foe, to the creature.
Right. It lumbers still toward you, and it's now within 10 feet of you.
Okay. I mean, is it just walking? What does its face look like? Like, you know what I mean? Is it just going like a zombie, basically?
A little bit. It looks a little bloated from the water. It does appear almost decaying a tiny bit.
Okay. Is that door open?
Yeah.
To let him go up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, our dog was doing stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take my sword and try to just slice its head off. I'm assuming it's nothing good.
You can attack it, sure.
So I'm going to try and slice its head off with my sword. Hold on. Do 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 do.
You hear Hakari humming a tune as they pull out a sword and rush a creature.
That
18
is.
hits?
So 18. Is its head off?
No, you have to roll damage.
Okay.
If you attack and hit, you roll damage.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to go here to roll damage. Sorry, I didn't know how roll 20 works. So
10 damage and an extra 4 with
Radiance.
the divine radiant strike. All right. You slice into this thing, and the radiant damage sort of punctures a larger portion of the kind of rotting flesh. A bit of it carved away falls to the ground, and then you see it still alive, coming at you.
okay.
And why don't we go ahead and roll initiative at this point?
Yes.
Everyone should roll, right?
Yes, let's everyone roll. So remember to click on your icon and then roll the initiative
Why do you have to do that? That's
Nat
so
20.
dumb.
so that it populates it in there.
Got a 6.
Trying to get to mine. Ever. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Who's coming
Hakari
back?
Also
Now
an-
me
20
too?
also.
Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
All right.
I really never do, though. It's funny.
Oh, come on. I clicked on.
So do we both get like 2 turns, me and Burbage, or I'm sorry, or Charity, or is it Charity for
It'd be-
she got
Yeah,
the
I think it would go Charity, then you, then Charity, then you, then
Oh, okay.
whatever
Yeah,
the
pretty
rest
much.
of it
Okay,
is.
cool.
Because we both
Yep.
critted, but my initiative roll was higher.
But please remember, I said no one help me.
Charity, as you
Thank
see
you.
Hakari sort of humming and take out a sword, and you hear the
Slice.
slicing of the blade.
Did I sort of also hear the...
You did. Yes, you did. We're just inside the doorway as well, in the largest of the tubes. You see 2 kind of glowing balls of very pretty white light that are now sort of dancing and circling around each other, dancing around the circular tube itself.
How's it going, Hakari? Okay. Can I make an Arcana check on those glowing lights?
Sure, yeah.
So are they kind of like orbs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like
8.
8. Yeah, this is all a very weird situation. You're not sure what to make of this. It feels like they're kind of like a magical effect, maybe. But it's weird because they do seem to be kind of dancing with each other in tandem. So perhaps they're creatures of some sort.
Yeah, just just let us know of any fruit related contingencies. I actually
No.
sort of pictured like Charity pulling out essentially a small nail file.
Gotcha.
So can they all see me? Are they within seeing me distance?
They're like right outside the door.
I can see your
mean,
back.
you're kind of around the corner.
Okay. So you can just see a little bit. Okay. So do I get to
Yep.
hit the zombie again?
It is your turn.
Or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Would I know what it is? Is it just undead?
You don't know. You could make a check if you want.
Yeah, but that'd be my turn, right?
Right.
Yeah,
A very quick check would be a lot harder to do.
let's not do that then. Okay, so I'm going to... Did the radiance or the regular damage, did either seem to do you know what I mean? Did the radiance seem to do like a lot, even though it was only 4?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It did a normal amount of damage.
It did a normal. It wasn't like, okay.
No.
All right, so I'm going to hit again with my fiend blade.
Okay.
Hopefully that would hit, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And then I'm going to, because that was a 27, and then I'm going to roll damage, which is 6 slashing and 6 radiant.
All right. You slice into this thing again. This time you do pop the head off.
Yes.
The radiant damage sort of poof, like explodes a little extra. The head goes shooting across the hallway filled with these tubes, slamming into another tube at the large.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry, the sort of southernmost area.
Okay.
You also then see the figure in that tube sort of moving around as well.
And I'm sorry, which tube is it?
That is far south.
Up or down?
Down.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm guessing north is up, and okay.
Yep.
So now that tube is
Yeah.
moving
In fact,
around.
you're starting to now look around, and lots of these tubes seem to have creatures that are moving in them.
All right, let's bring it. Can I take the head? Can I go get the head and kick it out like a soccer ball out to where they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you rush down the southern end of the hallway here, and turn around, kick the head, and so the head now sort of rolls out in front of the open doors.
Yes.
For the rest of you.
Okay, and then I'll just kind of.
All right.
Yeah.
It is Charity's turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and hold my turn for this one.
Okay. Sure thing. Hakari, it is your turn again.
I'm still doing my nails.
Gotcha.
So they're all stirring, like all of them.
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
I'm also gonna
So-
move myself. I'm gonna move my token just so stream can actually see what's happening, but
absolutely.
I'm still
100%.
behind.
Yeah,
Thunder.
you guys can watch if you want to. Like, I mean, you can. Okay, so which one is stirring the most?
There is one right next to you that's up against the glass, trying to kind of pound on it a bit.
Okay, I'm going to. Let's see here. I do to you, Mr. Zombie. Or whatever the hell you are. Would burning hands work through glass?
Unless you break the glass, no, probably not.
Okay. The glass, that would be an action, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. Man. I guess I'll just go ahead and. I don't have any really cool. I'm trying to think of some cool way to do this. Sorry. I'll go ahead and. Can I do Sacred Flame against the glass?
Yeah, you can target it inside the glass. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to cast the cantrip Sacred Flame.
It rolled a 7. It did not. So go ahead. It's 8 radiant damage.
So what do I do? Oh, you said it didn't
no, it's
hit.
a 15, yeah, against that. And yeah, 8 radiant damage.
I thought you said it rolled a 7, so it didn't hit.
Nope, it rolled a 7. It didn't.
Oh, it didn't. So do I need to roll more damage?
No, you already rolled it.
Okay,
8.
got it.
You're good. All right.
Does it look a little bubbly in there? Like, do you know what I mean? Like maybe it heated the water up?
Yeah, maybe.
Starting to sizzle?
Yeah. These creatures then bust out of the glass
All of
next
them?
to you. All the ones that are real close to you shatter the glass. You are surrounded
Okay.
with 3 zombies on either side. Charity, behind you, you feel 2 more busting out of the glass.
I'm not actually there, remember?
Oh, that's right. So you might, everyone who's over there might hear it like to the left then as well. Here's that breaking glass. The creatures lumber up to you, Hakari. They're gonna go ahead and swing at you.
Do they have like claws or just hands or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have claw hands.
One of them grabs your armor and rips off one of the pauldrons that you have.
Wow. Okay.
That and
pisses me off.
yeah. So you're gonna. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay, so that's the only one that hit. For 7 damage total. Your AC is now down by 1
Okay.
to a 17. Yeah.
And it's not my turn anymore, right? Or
No,
is
it is not your turn. No.
Okay.
Um.
Can I yell? Yeah, maybe some baby pineapples.
Okay.
Charity from this, like, is that pineapples or no?
Yeah, pineapples, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, everyone else is hearing this massive.
We have a state of
creatures.
pineapples.
Fuck yeah.
Unless Charity wants to jump in here with a save turn, we'll go to Burbage.
No, I'll let it roll.
Okay. Burbage.
Speaking of let it roll, Burbage is not gonna let that head roll right by him without going in for a good old-fashioned halfling soccer kick. They didn't call it soccer in Diefield. They called it something else. But he is gonna.
Footy football.
What do they call it?
Footy football.
Nice.
It's just
Kids are
He's like, okay,
noise in the
Andy, whatever.
background. So, Jesus fucking Christ.
I love
Boys, go to bed, please.
it.
Okay, literally for a second,
So
I thought
cute.
that's what Adam had come up with for Burbage to do. It's just like persuade check, shout
Tell
in at
the
the zombies. Boys, go to bed, please. Like, okay, this is another one that's up there on my list of I really want him to crit succeed on this roll. Zombies.
That's hilarious. No, Burbage is running forward and trying to kick that head as hard as he can.
Okay.
Can I give you like an athletics check for that?
Where are you kicking it?
I don't know. Is there happen to be any kind of like basket or a hoop nearby?
There's a few empty tubes now. Yes.
He's going to try to kick it back into one of the shattered empty tubes.
Back here then, yeah. All right. To the north. Yeah, you.
So I
flip
guess-
around, give me an athletics check. Yeah.
So I guess that means that as it rolls kind of out the door, he's running forward and kind of like and getting control of it with his feet and getting right inside the door, at least some angle that allows him to kick it where he wants
Yeah.
to try to kick it.
You'll have to kick it from here. Yeah.
Sweet. Let's see what happens.
A 19.
yes.
You succeed in kicking the head back into one of the tubes. Burbage.
Nice. And then
Ole, 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 ole.
I'd like to suggest that at that point he hears Hakari's utterance of the word pineapples.
Nice. Okay.
And
you
now
see
he-
around you lots of animated things rushing you and Hakari.
I'm assuming that I can only really see the ones that I see.
Yes.
Not to get too philosophical.
Yes.
Burbage will draw his hand crossbow and try to attack this one.
Okay.
You know, we really could just run out of here and shut and lock the doors.
Now is not the time to suggest
Just
that.
say, I was just saying. Just
23?
You know.
23 hits.
All right. And then roll that and sneak attack damage too.
All right.
Woohoo!
Damn.
So
8
that's
damage from the bolt and 23 from the sneak attack.
yes.
All right. Yeah, it is completely turned its back to you. You shoot the arrow. It goes right into the base stem of the brain. And it turns its head for a second. And then falls lifeless to the
Burbage. Oh, nice. Burbage is still thinking about that awesome shot that awesome kick he did into the tube, and he's gonna shout out something that he really wanted to shout all the way back when they were fighting the gnolls. He had kind of really hoped during that battle that he would have occasion to shout this, but it never came up. But now he feels like this is as close of an opportunity he's ever gonna get. And he's going to shout, "No!"
Oh my gosh.
There are gnolls too?
That's my turn.
What is this game? Stormbringer, your turn. You heard pineapples.
After you,
Yeah.
Stormbringer.
Yeah.
Staying behind you.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
Jared.
gonna
Let me know when you want to get it.
move in.
Okay.
Is there no light source in this room?
Nope. Other than, I guess the orbs in the middle here are giving
Well,
off
the
a
door.
little bit of light.
If they're giving off light, can you make them actually give off light? Or is that as much light as we have?
I think I can. Yes. A little bit more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look like they're probably monsters. Okay. Oh, I told you to stay behind me, Burbage. Also, I can't see anything, so just stay behind me.
I see.
Yeah. Whoop.
Oh, sorry. What'd I do?
You went up.
I know. Sorry.
Sorry, Stormbringer, are you attacking then?
I don't have
Orbs?
anything to attack except the
Okay.
orbs. I am going to rage and pull up my Oniglaive and shout, "Hey, I can't see you monsters that made her say pineapples a lot, but come fight me!"
Gotcha.
And I get-
Yeah, you.
Oh, can I hold an? Because that's just a bonus action, right? Can I hold an action for if something comes within range, I can attack it? Or is that not how that works? Prepare an action.
Yes. If you don't get hit and if you don't attack, you'll lose your rage.
Yeah.
But if you're making that sort of gamble, sure, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Then Charity from last turn saved your turn for this. Go for that.
Charity's gonna walk in. Oh, pineapples. Up here on this middle zombie,
Yeah.
a bonfire is going to be called into existence.
Okay.
Which is also a light source.
Here you go.
All right. Let me roll real quick for his amazing dexterous ability. He rolled a 12. Not enough.
Yep. 16 fire damage. And proc a light up there.
Boom. All right.
There you go. Also, Lena, you said you held your action for attacking a creature that was within range, right?
Yeah.
The Oniglaive has reach. Now you can see that guy.
So can I attack it now?
Yes.
And I'm done with this, with my held turn, so she can do her attack then.
Cool.
17.
17 hits.
So that's 11 slashing magic.
All right.
Do I get second attack on a held action?
I don't think so.
Second attack says when
Not
you
a-
take the attack action.
I don't think it's taking an attack action as a reaction. I think it's the reaction the opportunity attack.
But it's
allows
not.
you to take
It's not an opportunity attack though. She held her
It's-
action.
Oh, you held. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's not a reaction.
Yeah.
You're
The
right.
opportunity attack absolutely wouldn't, but shouldn't the held action do that?
100%. Yep,
Okay.
that works.
27.
Definitely
That'll
hits.
do.
for 21 slashing magic damage.
Nice.
Please tell me that thing's dead.
Yeah, you carve into it, cutting it nearly in half, and it's trying to still claw itself back into place, but the top half of it just falls off the bottom half to the ground, and it stops moving.
That was cool.
Beautiful.
And then
Charity
this round. So starting the second round of combat, Charity's going to sort of call down. You seem like you're having fun with those ones down there, so until there's a greater pineapple situation, we'll leave you to that.
Good.
Almost resignedly, a column of flame will form the silver flame halos around Charity, and a horn will form out of flaming feathers. Might as well do this, I suppose. I'm going to fire 2 flaming darts at the one all the way in the back, and 1 flaming dart at the one in front. That makes sense?
The one all the way in the back? The one still in the tube back here?
Oh, I didn't realize that was still in the tube.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yep, there's a couple still in tubes.
Okay,
This one is free.
So
and the 2 down by Hakari.
I'm going to do silver flame darts, and I'm going to be aiming at this one then.
Gotcha.
So, just attack. I assume a 26 hits.
Certainly does.
10 fire.
All right. So you set that on fire. The creature starts to burn up and sinks to its knees, dead. However, then it begins to stand up again, a bit of the silver flame still burning away its flesh. It actually is not dead.
Okay, so was it sort of dead off of the 26 hitting it?
Yes.
Okay, the 20, if that hits it.
Certainly.
8 fire damage. Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down.
How much damage? Sorry?
8 fire.
8 fire. At this point, yeah, the burning up burns all the rest of the flesh, the muscles, and everything. And it's...
Is there... Over this way, down by where Hakari is, there's the body of the one that she already, killed?
Yes.
I'm gonna fire at that body with my last flame dart.
Okay. Yep, you hit it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just to make sure.
Ablaze a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just tidy those up. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Hakari, your turn.
All right. So I'm going to use my sword to let's see. I mean, they're both pretty much the one closest to me, I guess, one right in front of me. To slash at them.
Please do. 25 hits.
Yes. And then I roll damage. Why does it say silver flame? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at silver flame dart. So that's what,
All right.
14?
14 damage as you slice into it. You nearly carve its arm entirely off.
Pretty bad?
It's looking pretty hurt, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have an extra attack now?
Why?
In case you want to make a second attack?
Well, yeah, I can, but why would I have one?
Oh, I didn't know if clerics get that yet.
I don't know what that means. Oh, because I'm at level 13?
Yeah, no, you're good. I think you're fine. You do have the bite attack still.
Oh,
though?
yeah, sure. Ooh, okay. I guess I'll bite a
Since
zombie.
when has Hakari ever discriminated about what she bites?
Well, it is a zombie, and it's been in this fluid, so it's just a little gross. Just a bit. Just a little bit gross. just rolled the definition of it.
I was like, okay.
That's a good definition. There you go. 20 hits.
Bite that zombie.
Nat 20. And do I roll
Damage.
damage? Okay. Oh, come on. So
8
9.
piercing. Yeah, you
And 1 poison.
bite straight into its neck.
Blech.
Inject some poison. Rip out its neck.
Its throat.
It's sort of black blood is now covering you as it spurts out just a little bit.
And I'm just like, because it tastes like rotting
yeah.
flesh that's been
Its
in
head
formaldehyde.
now flips backward, nearly off entirely,
Mhm.
and then it raises its head back up.
God.
You're pretty sure that should have killed it, and it didn't.
Okay.
All right. All right. So it's going to go ahead and make it and its friend here are going to try to slam their limbs into you as hard as they can. 14 and 15 miss though, however.
Yep.
One of them wild haymaker, and you parry it with your sword itself, because you've gained.
So do I cut anything off?
A little bit, but didn't seem to actually do
Okay.
damage to them.
So wait, that one should have died, but it, like, because if I tore its throat out, it shouldn't even be able to raise its head back up.
Yep.
Like, physically.
Yep.
Did it look like it healed?
No, just didn't quite die.
Okay. Just
Again.
was curious about the
Yeah.
physics of it.
Yeah. And another one breaks through its tube right next to you, Stormbringer. Lumbers out and tries to slam into you. An
Yeah.
18? Does that hit? An 18?
Yes.
Right.
It almost started
4
liking his
bludgeoning
Raktivir.
Sorry, what'd you say? 4 blood?
4 bludgeoning damage.
Wonder if this what the last stream's title was about, The Secrets of Israk.
No, I totally assumed you guys were gonna have a party conflict. It was gonna take up 2 hours.
Amazing.
I thought that was exactly what this was gonna be about. All right, and so Burbage, you are now seeing these things crashing through the tubes all around you. There's 5 of them that are now out. The 2 orbs in front of you are still just kind of dancing around each other.
What are the 2 orbs dancing around?
Just each other in a tube. Yeah.
Tube.
Moving so I can see it.
Their tube doesn't seem to have liquid in it. It seems to just be air with a little bit of green grass growing at the bottom.
With
Okay.
grass growing at the bottom?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. Burbage will stay here and I guess attack this guy, the middle guy here, the middle
All right.
zombie,
Yeah.
with his hand crossbow.
Beautiful. 22 hits.
For 7 piercing.
All right. Yeah, you shoot right into its shoulder, and you hear a crack as bone seems to crack as it happens.
If so my hand crossbow, is it supposed to be the damage plus dex plus proficiency?
No,
What?
just damage plus your damage is your roll plus dex.
Oh, okay.
Proficiency is added to the attack roll.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
You're good.
I will cut that out. Boo, boo, boo. Cool. That one's still up, you said?
Yeah.
Burbage will deftly pull out his other crossbow, which he is aptly nicknamed Offhand Crossbow, and attack the same one with that.
Catchy.
All right. 25 hits.
Good. Burbage will say, "Yeah, trusty offhand crossbow. I knew you'd come through for me." With 1 piercing damage.
You fire it. It just grazes the other shoulder of this creature. It doesn't even barely seem to register.
All right, okay, offhand crossbow. You and I are going to have a talk later, okay? All right. It's my turn.
Oh, I love it when random things happen to Adam.
Yeah.
Because of what he says. It
Yep.
just like nullifies what he just said. It happens a lot
Okay,
to him.
still the best was I break the spear and throw it away. And then kind of like they very carefully take the shield off your back as, my back as a wolf and put it in the back of the cart.
I was like, that was an option? God damn it. We are referencing our new campaign, Dom and Dragons, in which we play Dungeons and Dragons with Dominic Monaghan. Tune in.
That'll be tomorrow, 9 Eastern.
Actually, probably, very likely, this podcast episode will not be released until after the whole series of Dom and Dragons has been released in our podcast.
So tell your
feed.
friends.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Friends to listen to what's already happened. All right.
Stormbringer
movement,
murder someone.
Are you moving, Burbage, or staying there?
I'm gonna stay. Well, can Charity can move through my token, right?
Yes.
As can Stormbringer. Yeah, Burbage is staying put.
Okay. Stormbringer, your turn.
For some reason, I can't see Burbage's token, and that's like not important right now because I know where he is. But that's kind of weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
Roll 20 lighting
that's back.
system.
That's an idea.
He's returned.
Okay.
I'm going to swing at the zombie in front of me.
Okay. $22 hits.
22
Yep.
for fuck you too, dice, for 10 magical slashing damage.
I would like to point out that 10 is your min damage, though.
When I'm raging.
Yeah, but still, goddamn.
10 is good.
And second
slice
attack.
into it, carve it. Flesh just kind of peels off of this thing. Its bloody ichor begins to pour out.
Black.
Yeah.
Does a crit fumble hit it?
Yes, technically it would have. if it wasn't a crit fumble, yes, it would have hit its armor class with how you rolled. However, with attacks, attacks always miss on crit misses. Which means.
Oh, good. I'm just gonna lay on the ground now like an idiot.
Yeah, the weight of the Oni glaive is just pretty incredible still, and you're kind of still getting used to it. As you slash into this thing, you did not expect it to sort of lurch sideways pretty quickly. You miss, and your balance is entirely fallen entirely off, and you fall to the ground.
Hey, I know I'm on the ground, but still stay behind me. I think I'm bigger than all of you, even laying down.
And can it make a DC 17 dex save also?
Sure.
My lightning.
Yeah.
She could also stand up.
Oh yeah, I guess
That's
I can stand up on
movement.
this
Yeah,
turn,
So you
right?
get movement, yeah.
That
17
just
it rolled. This is a very spry zombie.
Apparently, I was like,
Yeah,
this one's
for real.
shucking and jiving. Jesus.
Sorry, I meant to roll 2 of those. So it'll take half of 7.
What are you?
Cool.
Wait, did 17 means it makes it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If it
Okay.
rolls equal to DC, it makes it.
It's just with attacks, if they roll equal to my AC,
They hit.
I don't make it.
You don't make it yet.
Okay, and yeah, I guess I am going to stand up. Also.
Okay. All right, yeah, you stand up. It's gonna try to swing at you as you're doing that. 19. Will
That
hit
hits.
you for 4 bludgeoning damage, which is just 2.
Cool. It's kind of like you're tickling me or something. You're bad at this, zombie.
Charity, your turn.
I would prefer you didn't tickle my sister with malicious intent. Flame darts coming in.
Gotcha.
16,
16 hits. Yep.
9.
To which one?
The one right by Stormbringer.
Cool. Yeah.
Is it still up?
Let's see.
Or are we pending on that?
Yep, pending. All right. Yeah. Again, you start burning away the flesh. It kind of slumps to one side, looking dead for a second, and then its arm raises up and it kind of stabilizes itself. Not quite
Okay,
dead.
no. That is uncalled for. Uncalled for. 20.
20 hits.
16 fire damage.
All right. At this, the creature burns up entirely and disappears in ash.
Then I'm going to aim for the one in the far back that is now out of its tube.
Okay. Yeah. 22 hits. Wow, a lot of 22s.
For 11 damage.
Perfect. Yep, that hits it hard. Oh, it slams into its chest. Bits of glass kind of shatter around it onto the ground.
And yeah, that'll do it for me.
All right. Hakari.
Okay. So the zombies that are right next to me are still alive.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to. So again, did radiant damage seem to hurt them a little more?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Your bite attack, it was the last thing you did, and it ripped out the throat of this thing, but it still was alive.
Well, I wondered because I mean, if it's dead, how would poison really? Like, okay. Anyway. Find a radiant spell. Radiant.
You also have radiant damage on your blade.
Oh, I do, but
As
yeah,
a normal cleric thing. But
I just thought maybe if I did that. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I forget I have radiant damage on my blade. Okay, we'll do that.
14 hits.
Okay.
Since we now know 9 or better hits, assuming you didn't fumble.
So 3 radiant damage, but
You're good. Yeah, 79 damage total. You carve into this thing. As the radiant damage hits, it sort of explodes from the inside of this creature.
okay. So we know
it is
radiant damage is
entirely
good on
dead.
these things.
Yeah.
Which I figured, but cool.
All right, you do have a bite attack if you want to try to bite the next one.
That didn't seem to really do anything to it though. It seemed to.
It hurt it. It didn't. Yeah.
Okay, well I might as well.
It's really up to you as to how much you want to bite the zombie.
I know. It just I feel like it just tastes like literally like formaldehyde and rotting flesh. Like just
Oh yeah, it's a strong kind of chemical taste to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find it here.
A 20 hits.
And so like
And
poison, but 8
19, 11,
piercing.
12. Yeah, 12. Oh no, I'm sorry. 8 and poison. Yeah, so 12. Even with the sort of formaldehyde, these things do seem to be taking some poison damage.
Okay. Oh, and in between the two, like as I, slashed the one and then bit,
Yeah.
I just went, ole, 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 ole.
Okay. It seems annoyed by that. You biting it, it shoves you off of it, and it tries to slam into you. An 18 is going to hit you
Yep.
for 4 bludgeoning damage.
What was that? A kiss on the cheek?
Burbage, one's going to rush up to you, or lumber over to you. At one point, having to crawl along the ground a little bit before it stands up again, and tries to slam its head into you. Does a 17 hit you?
It does.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Dare I? Is it even worth trying to use one of my shits? The shits. The things
What?
the shits the characters have.
What?
I don't know.
The shit, the D&D shit. So Burbage will have kind of chuckled a bit at watching this thing have to crawl a little bit, much the way that the hitman in the movie Fargo laugh at as the wife kind of gets away from them for a bit and just kind of stumbles around blindly in the snow. That's what Burbage did a little bit to this zombie. I'm well aware. I do too many Fargo references. But then as soon as it gets up and tries to hit its head into Burbage, he will uncannily dodge to have that attack's damage against him.
Of course.
So that was 2 or 3?
2.
All right. And Burbage will say, yeah, what was that? A kiss on the cheek? Good one, Hakari. Sorry, I just had to use it. It's so good,
The other one raises both its fists in the air to try to slam into you, Stormbringer. But you're able to just sort of shove it back with your glaive so that it can't quite find purchase. All right, Burbage, your turn.
Okay, so now they are right up next to me, huh?
Yes.
As Burbage kind of tried to connect with Hakari over the fact that he stole her joke, he would have kind of tried to move between Charity and Stormbringer to kind of give her a nod, so I'll provoke those opportunity attacks.
Okay. Uh, 15 and an 8. Do either of those hit?
The 15 hits.
All right. For 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Burbage doesn't see that one. He's too distracted by
Okay.
being afraid that he's broken the cardinal rule of comics. Don't steal another comic's joke 6 seconds after they made it in combat.
That'll
you said
just
4. That'll 4 damage.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Can Burbage not see if there are any other zombies down here by Hakari?
There is one more down here, yeah.
But I don't know that you can, because I'm pretty sure that's darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a halfling.
Okay.
I'm hosting
Burbage will
stream.
kinda
I can
give a-
never be a creature without dark. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Mikek doesn't have dark vision.
Is there a way to have one player control have 2 different characters or tokens?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk to Andy
Alright,
about that at some
presumably-
point for stream.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll make a...
Yeah, so Burbage will kind of... Yeah, exactly. A cameraman. Or woman, or non-binary individual. Burbage will kind of give a wan chuckle at Hakari, and then he'll turn and try to attack. Which of these is the one that was in the middle before?
This one.
This one?
Yep.
He's formed an attachment with that one.
Okay, yeah.
Despite the other one giving him a kiss on the cheek, he's going to try
Gotcha.
to attack that one with his crossbow.
24 hits.
Oh. 8 piercing, and it is adjacent to Stormbringer, thus triggering the classic rogue sneak attack feature.
Solid.
Woohoo!
15.
I love that sound.
All right. It is not paying attention to you. Yeah, you get it just under its jaw. The bolt going straight up into its head. Does it kill it? Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I would hope so.
Oh, that undead fortitude.
Yeah.
I like
Right.
how the DM is asking us if it kills it.
Right.
Will it?
I was asking its dice that it rolled.
How you feeling, guy? How you feeling? Not so good. Not so good.
All right, if that's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stormbringer. The zombie right to the next side of you drops to the ground, a bolt sticking out of its jaw. There's one more left right next to you.
I'm gonna swing at this one with my Oni glaive.
All right.
I've clicked like 3 times. It's not responding to me. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
27 hits. There's a
That's
24
gonna
and a
do
20
it.
and a 9 would be...
Oh.
There's still just so many rolls, but we were going for the 27, I believe.
24.
Sorry, I did that thing, you know, like when you were a kid and on the old internet and things wouldn't load, so you just clicked repeatedly and it always backfired.
Yeah.
That's what I just did.
Yep.
In
She
my
does that
experience,
now.
Yeah, I do it all the time still.
that was something my parents did when I was a kid, and I was always
Oh,
like, "Mom, Dad, like, you have to give it time."
I'm
Well, I guess you're
literally,
a better kid than us, Adam.
I'm literally like an 88-year-old with like nowadays technology.
Which you're really selling by calling it
Yards,
nowadays. Technology.
Anyway,
Nowadays.
25 slashing magic damage.
I'm an old
Oh,
person.
shit. I pre-rolled because I knew you were just going to kill it. It is completely dead as your Oni glaive
Sweet.
carves through its shoulder all the way out the other side, just slumping off the top half of this creature. It falls to the ground, unmoving.
Are we still in... Are there other zombies up?
There's a zombie down by Hakari still.
Can't see.
Okay, I can't see it.
I know.
I think we win, you guys! Yeah! Fuck zombies!
Woo!
Wait, don't I still have a zombie down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starburger can't see it.
Can't see in the dark.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
All right, guys. Now that that's behind us, maybe we should talk about our feelings. What do you say?
Your turn.
There's literally still one zombie over there, and the matter of these spinning lights. You're still feeling only miniature pineapples, right, Hakari?
Oh yeah, no pineapples anymore.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a look at this. Can I tell better what the hell is the deal with this tank that's right in front of me?
Sure. You tried Arcana last time. You might try Nature this time, in case they are creatures of some sort.
Sure. I'm actually going to, because we are in combat order, cast guidance,
Okay.
which will undo the bonfire up top.
Gotcha.
But now I won't be able to see.
I still
You're
can,
fine.
and there's a lot of there's a lot of re-deaded stuff up there. And then nature, you said?
Four. With
Well, I got it. 7.
7. 7's not bad. You can tell that you think they are creatures, that the way they're interacting with each other feels like there is some sort of intelligence there. But you've not actually seen any of these before.
I'm going to sort of peer at the glass. Hello? Can you understand me?
They immediately stop dancing and sort of quickly hover about your eye level. Almost 2 giant glowing eyes looking at you.
slightly creepy. What are you?
No answer.
Do you want to be in there?
There's a little bit of movement, and then they sort of begin to twirl around each other again.
Oh wait, I'm down with the zombie. Never mind.
Yeah.
And then I'm just that's probably my turn, I figured.
Yeah. Hakari, your turn.
Well, could I hear any of that, or was I?
Yeah, you hear Charity talking to the.
Okay. I'm gonna just yell down really quick. Try to establish like a blink once for yes, twice for no, or something like that.
It's a good thought. I think they're back to dancing, right?
Are you gonna attack or?
Attack.
Okay. Or are you just shouting at Charity and letting this guy?
I'm just picturing her with like her palm against the zombie's head, holding it back. Just
Yes.
try to set up the system. In a minute.
Pretty much. Okay.
Proceeds to turn back
15
the
hits?
gut
Oh,
zombie.
15 hits. Yay. Stinker. Stop calling me, buddy.
6 into me. Again, the radiant damage seems to be the thing that puts it over the top as you slice into this thing, the black ichor coming out of it. The radiant damage kind of blows it backward a little bit and stumbles, falls back, and is lifeless.
Yay! Ole, 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 ole.
You are technically out of combat now.
Stop saying
Yay.
technically about things.
It's true.
Technically true.
Like, wipe the like black crap off my face from biting and turned around and I'm just like, oh, so much better.
That's good. I believe these are creatures of some kind.
Burbage will mutter, and he really doesn't want anybody to hear this. I'm really sorry, but he will mutter, "Quick, something we don't understand. Let's kill them."
So,
Does anyone hear that?
why don't you give me a stealth check, Burbage?
Just straight stealth? Oh yeah, that's just yeah. I have advantage because of my supreme sneak.
Oh.
I think. How's a crit hit?
Crit hit 34 total. That yeah, you say that imperceptibly to anyone else. You just basically mouth the words to yourself.
I'm so glad. I'm so relieved.
Which also, though, to me, I'm sorry, is also on this other end almost as damning. Burbage takes this finely honed stealth ability to be a passive-aggressive, like, bitchy remark so that no one can hear it. It's like the optimization of passive-aggressiveness. This is like Switzerland levels of passive in your passive aggression.
Swiss Burbage! No, Burbage! I'm as scared for him as you guys. Trust me.
All right.
So like, should we let them out or what?
Okay, so Hakari just had a really good idea. If you can hear me and understand me, bob up for yes, and bob down for no.
Stormbringer stares at Charity for like a second and then starts trying to bob up.
As
Kind of going up on her tiptoes.
as he was saying this, Charity like put a finger out towards Stormbringer. I am speaking to the lights.
Oh, okay.
Can you understand me?
They stop spinning around each other, kind of go back up to that eye level with you, and then they slowly raise up toward the top of the tube.
Are you alive?
They've settled back down, and then they sink down even further.
Were
Come up
you
to eye
once alive?
They bob up, come back down.
Do you want to be here?
They bob up and come back down.
Is there anything we can do for you?
They dip down, come back up to eye level.
Charity will sort of bow at them. Have a nice day? Oh, would you
They
like
bob.
would you like the doors open?
They bob up again.
Well, they seem to be happy here and don't want us to do anything else, so I guess we can just leave them.
Cool, I guess we should get going anyways, back to our boat. That was a nice 5 minutes.
It was like 30 seconds, but yeah.
I can't count. It's not my fault, Charity.
You're okay. It felt more like 5 minutes to me, too.
You step outside. Pelatoth has drug Arbin out here as well, and has made him kind of kneel before him and wait for the rest of you.
So Arbin's coming with us, but tied up because Burbage wants a cat. Pelatoth, are you coming?
I will tell you right after these messages. So why don't we go ahead and take a break here then?
Cool.
Like the cantrip? Or
Go to the bathroom, get something to drink. We'll be back in, a little bit. Yeah, hang out for the second half of Goats and Dragons.
BRB.
we'll be right back, everybody.
Welcome back, friends. So, we just killed a whole bunch of zombies. They were staying in Israk Devir's place for some reason. We don't know why. Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. And yes, Pelitoth has drug Arbin out here. What is it that you would like to be doing at this point?
So, quick question, Pelitoth. You knew him much longer than any of us. Why did Israk Devir have like a walk-in closet full of zombies?
And orbs.
I suspect it's how he maintained his life well beyond the body. He was experimenting. Always curious, that one.
Okay.
On zombies or on people that he made into zombies?
Right. Kind of thinking back, they certainly were different kinds of people. You don't remember any of those zombies being the same race. There was elf, dwarf, gnoll.
So you mean he was? So is what you're saying that he was experimenting with humans or with zombies, or not humans,
With creature, yeah.
but with creatures, like live creatures, not like.
You don't exactly know,
Oh, okay.
but
Huh.
they may not have started out that way.
Follow-up
That's what I was.
question. The two glowing lights in the large central one that said that they aren't alive but used to be alive, although they said that they wanted to stay there, are what?
I do not know. I suspect that asshole gnome had something to do with this.
Oh. Oh god, there's grass in there.
What asshole gnome? What?
Gnome buttocks. Gnome buttocks everywhere.
Okay.
Siren, who wrote the book on Doom Lilies, and I found another tome by him on a interesting but incomplete sort of set of thoughts about ways of using magic, but I was asking Pelitoth earlier if he knew him, and apparently he was an asshole, but a brilliant one, and he had something to do with this place.
Okay. What does that have to do with butts?
Oh, Charity will like flip open the book and show Stormbringer the relevant passage.
Oh, okay.
He's just a really weird,
Great.
I'm not really sure about this. Really weird.
Cool. Anyway, we go into the boat, or I don't really know how to get out of here.
I
I
say
don't really
we.
know how we got in here.
I say we try to find a way out too, because this whole thing was just weird. Except I got to kill some zombies, so. But
Pelitoth, do you know how to get out of here? For us, not just for you.
I would imagine the teleportation circle. The one you came in on.
I mean, do you know how to turn it on, or do we just stand on it?
Some automatically will activate when they are stood on.
okay.
Would Burbage have a chance to wait? What is Pelitoth doing? Is he like leading us back to the teleportation
It does
circle?
seem so, yeah.
Okay.
Arbin stands up and kind of waddles, chained and gagged
Arbin.
next to you.
Burbage will give Arbin an encouraging thumbs up and smile, like, "Yeah, you're doing good. We're doing good with this, right?"
He just frowns at you.
Oh no!
So Charity, Pelatoth then will kind of lead you back toward the circle here, which you now remember is littered with a couple bodies from Pelatoth's area
Yep.
that were also in the circle. And a tiny tent for some reason.
Yeah,
I'm
there
gonna
was a
erase
tent.
that. Yep, sorry.
Wasn't it there from Arbin and Foley?
No, I think it's one that you guys picked up.
Oh, okay.
So Pelatoth will then start to kind of point out to you, Charity, the different sort of runes of the teleportation circle. And as it takes actually like 15, kind of 20 minutes for him to really explain everything in a way that you get it now. Like you can copy down this circle specifically so that if ever you're in another teleportation circle, you can kind of map out exactly how to return to this one specifically.
That's pretty cool.
He asks you then to maybe do this with the one on his own iceberg as well. And then we'll go ahead and step into the circle itself. The circle then seems to light up immediately in kind of bluish. The runes themselves start to glow blue with this light. There's kind of a swirling, misting effect. And if anyone else wants to step in, it appears like this is activated.
And this one we think will take us back to the iceberg?
Probably?
Because he was suggesting copying down the runes at his iceberg. Yeah. But then we don't really know how we get back to the ship.
True.
And I guess he's going, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everyone step in?
Yeah.
All right. Arbin pops in too. Yeah, the circle automatically whips up a little higher into a higher gear of circulation of the mist around it, and then immediately you're met with another bright light and intense cold as all of you find yourselves back on the iceberg. Pa-pow! There we go.
And just almost as soon as I felt the cold, in a space next to me where there wasn't anyone standing, there's a bonfire.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm
okay.
right by it.
It is night again still here, like last time you left. Foley kind of starts to walk more toward the north again, and it's not long before he turns into his massive white dragon self. Incredible wingspan, and as he unfurls it a little bit, you see the tattoos underneath. He kind of looks back over his shoulder.
I will remain until you have need of me. Good luck. And I would like to see you again.
Aw. Did you say he'll remain?
Yeah.
Yes. He takes his wings, beats them really hard against the ground. The snow immediately flies into a hurricane around you. And you hear a large splash in the water. And he seems to be gone.
Damn it. God damn it, Andy.
How are we supposed to know how to get out of here? I thought he might know.
And I'm copying down runes.
Yep, and you copy down the runes for this one as well.
Okay.
You wonder that just activating the last one returned you where it came from. So if you might do the same, it could return you from here.
Berber's just going to hand off Arbin's leash to Hakari, giving her a very serious look. Like, don't try anything. And he's wading through the snow north to where he was like almost thrown off of the iceberg,
Yeah.
and however much time that takes for him to get through, and eventually he will just like peer off of the edge of the iceberg and be like, "Oi, Belatov, are you down there?"
Nope, there's just waves sloshing up against the side of this thing.
What the hell did he mean by "I will remain"? He says, "I'm going to remain," and then he just leaves?
Right.
If you are calling over, like, to Pelatoth, and, like, were you whispering down at the water, or were you, like, shouting down?
I mean, I was doing a Burbage whisper.
Okay.
Which might be a little hard to hear.
Then I was going to say, then I'm assuming I can't hear it. I'm copying down runes.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any chance that we could build in a retroactive interaction, like, while I didn't get a chance to, like, speak up, but, like, while Charity was talking about the book with, like, Stormbringer and stuff, like, very high on Burbage's priorities would have been to, like, as he took the rope, took Arbin from Pelatoth, he would have kind of tried to pull Pelatoth aside and been like, "What's your read on him?" That's essentially the interaction that I was hoping to have at some point. I just didn't get to, like...
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So as they were copying down runes and everything, and Charity was doing that sort of on his own, you were able to ask, like, "What's your read on Arbin?" And Pelatoth sort of puts a heavy hand on your shoulder and just smiles at you. It's his answer to that.
Ugh.
Great.
Great. Good. Nice. All right. Cool. Okay. Thank you. And then it's still canon that Burbage still went to the edge of the iceberg to try to ask Pelatoth another question, but none of us will ever know what Burbage wanted to ask the second time. Ooh. Because Burbage is not shouting.
Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think he was going to ask?
What do you think Burbage was going to ask Pelatoth the second time?
All right.
Okay, no, here, Burbage will have asked Arbin before, as he passed him off to Hakari. "All right, Arbin, I'm going to go north on the iceberg a bit. Far north. Get it? Far north? All right, sticky move. Is there anything in Jorn Foley's tent that you would like me to retrieve for you before we teleport off this iceberg?" And I'll take off the gag.
You see him frown just a little bit, and he's thinking, no, I don't think so. No, that's fine.
All right. Cool. Remember, I asked you. Can't say I didn't ask you. You also can't say I didn't convince my friend to bring you back to life. So... And I'm just still putting the gag back on. Like, so, all right. Some goodwill there, right? Everything's good. All right, I'm going to go far north.
Frowns at you, yeah.
So after he's wandered off, as I'm sort of picturing Charity working his way around the circle, copying down runes.
Yeah, you have to cover off, a lot of the snow to, like, find the runes and stuff, and yeah.
And as I get over to, like, Arbin, or, near where Arbin's standing, I'm sort of looking, how have his interactions with you gotten more awkward than mine?
I don't know. Listen, doesn't matter if someone tells you their name is whatever, or they promise anything. Just while you're on an adventure, don't sleep with anyone. My advice, okay? Just no matter how dire it seems, like you're stuck on an iceberg for a week, just no sleeping with anyone.
All right, but what does that... Okay.
I slept with someone and then she died. Arbin. It was really sad.
Right? That's fucked up. So, new rule amongst our group. No sleeping with anyone.
I think that's a good rule.
Kari just, like, looks at him.
I don't want to lose anyone else.
Rolls her eyes.
Well, you're
Arbin.
You're gonna bat around 500 with that one in this group, I'd say. Decent.
500's a big number.
It is a big number.
It is a big number, that's right, yeah.
I just want to be clear that Burbage gave Arbin the classic Burbage 10. Okay? So I don't know what
What
this
does
new
that
rule is
mean?
about.
Very clear.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
So clear, we don't have to ask about it.
Yeah, I don't think the details are appropriate for Twitch.
Okay.
There's definitely some nipple stuff. Anyway.
Jesus, Andy, yes, but come on.
All right, Charity, yeah, after a while you get done. You're feeling this same cold again, and it's just, you can't help it. It is demoralizing, and you feel immediately like you're never going to get off this fucking iceberg again. But Charity, you've made the rounds. You've copied down the symbols. You think, given access to a teleportation circle, you could probably find your way back here.
Neat. This place is terrible and freezing. We should go. I miss that volcano.
Yeah, I miss that guy who told me to listen to the rocks, lick the rocks. That seems like so long ago.
Seemed
Who
like a
was
nice
that?
person. So, yeah. Burbage is back, right? Oh, yeah, there's a token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to try to activate the circle?
That's how we.
Yeah.
That's how you got to Israk's place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you want to go lick it? Lick the
Wait,
orb?
do we think I have to do that?
Stormbringer seemed to do it last time. She licked
The
it.
Stormbringers are
Okay.
designated
And what
liquor.
happened?
And then that's how you got to Israk.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, I'll go look it. Great.
Okay.
Won't that just take us back?
Well, let's see. Hakari, you go and lick it.
Yeah.
You have a flashing bright white light again. You cover your eyes. The immediacy of the cold goes away, and you're back to something much warmer.
Oh no. Hell.
Yeah.
Not quite hell, but there is a
The title page!
a bit of
Oh,
lava.
the title page. The humanity.
The wind has died down as well. There's nothing but the soft bubbling of the lava.
Isn't that where we came from?
Yes.
Okay, it's for the tunnel
Yeah.
from where we came. Okay,
Yeah, the
All right.
black rock tunnels that you are in.
cool.
You wind your way through those again.
Wouldn't I wait for
Now trying to reverse the reverse directions.
them? Wouldn't I wait for them to come through?
Yeah,
all came
everyone came through. Everyone. Came
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm not gonna be able to do that, so
through.
someone's
Yeah,
gonna.
no, you're good, Charity. And Burbage went ahead and spearheaded that. You find yourself out on the rocky cliffs again. The waves crashing on the black rock slivers in the ocean. It is daytime. You look out across the bay again, and you even see your ship still circling in the distance. It's really only been like more than 24 hours, but not
A
much.
day, basically.
Yeah.
How long did we think it'd been?
I mean, in player time, it was like a month, but since you were last on your ship, but it's character time only been like a day. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, did it seem longer or shorter to us?
Not necessarily, other than it was very trying.
Okay.
That may have
see
seemed
what
a bit longer, but
Yeah.
Wait, you guys, wasn't there like steam and something going on that made it so the ships had to constantly circle? And maybe more turtle dragons is what we were thinking with the steam.
You are looking out across the bay now, and really your ship is the only one that seems to still be circling. All the others look like they've kind of gone into port. Or at least in the far distance, it's hard to see. There are ships right against the cliffs of where Wadaven should be.
I guess the problem just fixed itself. Good.
The problem might have been those hydras.
Why would the hydras attack boats?
Because they're hydras. What?
But they were in the lava, not in the water.
There's probably some way to get back and forth between the two. Probably some sort of underground reservoir connecting the lava and the water, and the hydras have been navigating them for all their terrible lives until we ended them down in that volcano. Don't know why I'm going on about this. Somebody please stop me. Should we go to the ship?
Yeah, sure. Burbage, let's go to the ship.
You wind your way back down toward the small boat craft that you had made a landfall with. You push it out into the sea again, and the warm sort of spray of the sea itself, while still generally cold, is not as cold as that damn iceberg, so it actually feels a bit refreshing. It's nice. You make your way, you row, both Stormbringer and Hakari are doing most of the rowing, back out to your ship. You see Rosie on the front of it, waving. Everyone seems to have been doing their jobs. The ship itself is in one piece. Everyone's healthy. As you get aboard, the sort of gruff captain lets you know that there's not been any more attacks in the harbor, and that the boats were allowed to kind of dock again with Wadaven. And you raise up the boat itself, latch it, secure everything. And the captain asks, "Well, folks, where to?"
The mountains!
Yeah.
So let's go to the map. You four are down here by the Black Sliver Cliffs of Wadaven. If you want, there's lots of different things to do here. You could sort of travel back over to Wickamp and head up river for a bit.
The place that was all the way on fire?
Yes, that place all the way on fire. There's a smaller, you'd have to dock the boat somewhere, and you can go up stream a little bit over by Stanton.
Weren't we talking about going to Stormbringer's home?
Yes, in the mountains. You
Yeah,
can't
that's what I meant.
sail there exactly.
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
Or you could kind of get off at Wadaven, tell the boat to go wherever you need it to go, and go by foot.
But I mean, where? Sorry, maybe it's where on the map are the mountains where she's from?
Right, her
It's right there.
Yeah, her place is up here.
Okay.
Somewhere. Probably toward that Myriad Pass.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
Myriad Pass, like how our campaign is. Our other campaign is the Myriad.
That
What?
can't be a coincidence. That's so fucking stupid.
Do you want to stealth roll on that one?
Adam, if you want to roll stealth, I'll imagine that was a cough.
Yeah.
We'll go on.
Yeah. You want to try that again?
You want to wipe your nose? I'll
But no-
play along.
But not Burbage. Adam needs to roll stealth.
Adam
Yeah.
needs to roll.
No, I wasn't trying to be passive aggressive.
I'm just kidding, yeah.
It's all out on the table.
Oh, man.
So which way seems the way that would avoid the most possible people? So the least traveled way.
It's just probably
Stanton is a
overall
smaller town. You could go there, get a little bit of a ferry up the river, and then just kind of hike into the mountains from there. Might be the least amount of people that you see.
I mean, as much as it's also a longer haul back, would it be easier terrain to like go back up to Cliffmill almost and then follow that river into the mountains and then walk?
It's gonna take us back.
Yeah. Yes. There is one way to get to Cliffmill very quickly as well.
Because Hakari can do that word of recall, and then we'd be back in Cliffmill.
Does that
You could
destroy
get back there.
the resource that it...
No, as long as you cast it again, on the same area, you would then be
I
good.
mean, would I have to do it for 30 days though?
No, I mean it's a spell for you. I don't think it costs that much.
Do you know what I mean though? Like, I wouldn't have to. It would still stay there in Cliffmill,
Right.
right? Okay.
Word of recall. Yeah, simply verbal component.
Okay.
Okay, so this isn't like one of the ones where it's like, and, 5,000 gold pieces worth of
no.
ruby dust or something, where it's
No,
like,
it's
and it's
literally
consumed.
a quick get out of the jail card. You could send the boat up there, teleport there, and go into the mountains from there would be kind of the quickest way and the way that you sort of know the most.
Because, I mean, we've essentially covered the opposite of that journey before, right? We've
Right,
come
you've
from the
come
mountains
down-
to Cliffmill.
Yeah, and the riders that you rode with were Goliaths from her tribe. They showed you the quickest way to do that. So yeah, that would certainly be the quickest way. And if you wanted to send the boat up there, certainly by the time you got back to Cliffmill, the boat would be there. Or you could send word to send the boat wherever you wanted.
I mean, this could be an in-character discussion, but it's also an out-of-character discussion, so I'm just not doing Charity's voice for the moment. That would seem like that would be the quickest way, and it also seems like to speak to Stormbringer's concerns of the way with the least people, Cliffmill is generally friendly to us as a town, and it wasn't like we passed a bunch of people on the way to, like, coming from the mountains to Cliffmill, right? It wasn't like we were on roads, really.
Right, especially the way the Goliaths took you. Yeah.
So that would
Yeah.
be fast. It would also allow us to resupply in Cliffmill if we needed to.
Yeah, that sounds good to Burbage.
And then we could just have
Yeah, that sounds fine.
the ship sort of get itself back to Cliffmill.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You can do that right now if you'd like then.
Okay. Do I cast it?
Pretty much you just need everyone to get real close to you.
I'm
Okay.
also going to grab Seamus the Wonder Bag from my
Okay.
from my room.
Sure thing.
Do I actually cast it though?
Yes, you will cast it and spend that slot. I already put the text up in case that's what you're wondering.
What do you mean put the text up?
I already rolled the text on the chat.
Oh, okay.
For you. Yeah. All right.
Burbage will make sure he says goodbye to Adel, I guess. I think it's the only member of the crew you really cared about.
I don't think it's Adel
Also-
anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Adel went away with Crotch the Sticky.
Oh yeah, Adel's gone. Who am I? What's the name of the guy that Burbage was flirting with?
I don't remember.
It is Asher. The guy.
Asher.
Asher, Adel, come
I'm
on.
going to say goodbye to Asher. I'm also going to ask him, hey, Asher,
Yeah, Burbage. What can I do for you?
do you remember that song that, was it you who sang it? I forget. The shanty. Was it you?
I don't rightly recollect what you're saying.
Some crew member sang a shanty.
Are you getting me confused with your old crew, Burbage?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay.
I think he might be. Charity from back. I think he might be.
No, because this happened. Were you wait,
I have some good ones about drinking, if that's what you mean.
wait, am I wait, that
You
was
are.
That was when we were coming into port and then I got killed.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the crew yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Time. This is real life time fuckery. I'm like so
Yeah.
confused. All right. So, Asher, have you ever heard of the sea shanty that goes like something like for now, perhaps it's
For
nothing for
now, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Do you know the origins of that shanty? Who wrote it? What's it about?
God.
Oh, well, I don't know. I could ask around for you, I suppose.
I don't have the time for that. If you don't know it, that's fine. I just thought it might be useful for us to hear because it had the phrase "perhaps it's nothing" over and over again, and I've been reflecting on that, and that seemed weird now. So, but you don't know? Does anybody? All right, crew, quartermaster here. Does anybody know about the shanty for now? Perhaps it's nothing for now. Who wrote it? What is its significance? I'm your quartermaster, so you have to tell me if you know.
Rosie sort of tentatively raised her hand.
Rosie, yes, you.
Well, I think it's isn't that I think it was Crotch the Sticky that wrote that long time ago. Long time ago.
Burbage will just give a hard stare at Rosie for like 30 seconds. And his eyes will just get almost barely perceptibly like wide and serious. All right. Thank you, Rosie. That's very informative, if not a bit concerning. Quartermaster out! And Burbage runs toward where the group is waiting for him, presumably. I don't know.
All right. Hakari, everyone is around you. On the
I already
on the
moved
main ship.
myself to Cliff Mill.
You already left, yeah.
Well, like I just was doing it because I thought we did
you're
it. So yep. So everyone's right here.
Yeah, everyone's around you. You have them all hold hands for just a second.
Okay.
And you say one word of recall. What is the word that you choose to teleport everyone back to Cliff?
Oh man, I didn't have time to think about this.
Oh, it's almost as if this is unscripted.
Crap. I'm just gonna say return.
Return, sure.
Return.
That's the title of our session on Twitch tonight. The Return.
So now we're all in Cliff Mill.
Undercutting that whole unscripted thing.
I highly doubt Darcy.
I know. It was such beautiful timing. Almost as if it wasn't scripted. I just say return. That's the title. Oh, almost as if it was. Who to trust?
Is it okay if I put myself in Cliff Mill?
No, of course, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, everyone, you teleport again. There's a bit of wind, and again you feel an immediacy of cold, but definitely nothing like the iceberg. It is calming, because before the sort of bluish white light fades on everyone's eyes from the teleportation, you smell it again. You can smell a particular type of bread mixed with a little bit of the tavern's particular ales, the pine trees, that covered in snow this time of year, but are still giving off a heavy scent. And the teleportation circle had given, you'd placed it right next to a very large viney bush, right next
I thought it
to
was in the center of town.
It is in the center of town.
Oh, okay, that's right. Sorry,
with the
never mind.
spire itself,
ahead.
and the
Done.
viney bush, as the light sort of fades from your eyes, and you see the afternoon of Cliff Mill in front of you. Children that have seen you pop in immediately start running away, cheering. The family's returned. And you look to the bush next to you, and it has already grown vines around Burbage a little bit, starting to kind of pat his matty hair.
Charlie will toss a piece of jerky to Gary.
You hear as it consumes that.
Scary.
It appears the town of Cliffmill then is
Not actively on fire for once?
not actively on fire. It's just a bit of campfires around that you hear. And the music is back.
So we're in the middle in the square, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where
The
did my
boat is
token
not
go?
here yet.
Can you move my token? Because I don't know where it went.
It's down here, sure. And it's not long before Adine comes out to greet all of you then again, and Missy then as well. They bring you into the tavern of the Bushy Temple and warm you up, get you some drinks, and it's quite nice. You relay to everyone that you can't stay, that you are now focused on another journey immediately, but they entreat you to stay the evening, at least, and take off in the morning. Is that acceptable?
Does anyone notice about Arbin?
Yeah, a couple of people have sort of asked who this person
just
is,
curious.
and that he's tied up.
That Burbage is
It's
dragging around.
Burbage's
Burbage
cat.
is dragging him around, and they do know Burbage pretty well here, so.
Yeah, sure.
Nunya.
Nunya, what does that mean?
Nunya beeswax. Burbage will-
We have an apiary here.
What?
Oh, I didn't realize those are quite valuable spell components.
Yes.
God.
Inside one of the buildings and one of the old warehouses, there's quite a few of them. Anyway.
Alrighty then.
You, are you enticed to stay the evening?
I mean,
Okay, yeah.
it's already like afternoon, right?
Right. Yeah, it's already kind of...
Given that I feel like from between the fact that we're going to be using the Goliath route and we teleported back, we're kind of ahead of the schedule we were thinking.
Yeah.
You probably taking this route saved a week. Yeah.
So I would say that it would make sense to, we might, and we can kind of yada yada this off screen potentially, but like get an order for supplies in, etc. And that it makes sense to spend the evening then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
At least that's my read of it.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and so I might interject here with I want to acknowledge that so far in tonight's session, the heaviness of the fight from our last session has not necessarily really registered a lot tonight. It's been kind of goofy and playful as far as Burbage is concerned. But still, I would venture to say that there might be a bit of character business tonight. I don't know. Is Lena? Does Stormbringer want us all to sleep in the same room, or is it kind of like all good? Yeah. What's the situation there?
First, real quick, a little bit of a sound thing. Adam, you're kind of sounding a bit robotic. Does anyone else hear that? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not really, but
Just so you know, Adam. I don't know if there's...
Let me hop out, Megan. Is that any better?
Might be.
I think so.
it's fine for me.
Oh, Discord.
I think it's better.
I think Stormbringer had
any
let.
of what I said kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could all understand you. You just had a little.
Yeah, this is more of a quality thing than
Right.
please stop not conveying data anymore.
Sure, yeah.
Stormbringer had let people start sleeping in their own rooms before we left, right? I can't remember completely.
I think it mostly on the boat is when you kind of let people stop having to sleep together.
Okay, so she would probably still do that and just sleep in the hallway outside people's room.
Okay. Where does Arbin stay?
Does he have a cat bed?
Jesus Christ.
So demeaning.
I didn't start this.
It was Adam. He started it.
Um,
Adam, are you having problems?
yeah, I think you might be
Yeah.
going in and out.
Sorry.
You're okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to fix this on my end.
Yeah, even my Discord is kind of going from green to yellow to red to green to yellow.
Yeah, it's been doing that for me a bit. Mostly, y'all, at least what I've been hearing, the voices have been stable enough, so hopefully it's been stable.
Yeah.
So the last thing I heard was kind of settling that mostly on the boat is when we started getting used to kind of sleeping in separate rooms. So it makes sense that we're still doing that.
And then
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stormbringer's going to stay out in the hallway again. And I was asking where Arbin was sleeping.
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm kind of thinking, am I still sounding robotic right now?
Tiny bit.
Tiny bit. Yeah.
I'm not sure it's going to get better, though. Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
I think Discord's just getting tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
What I was thinking was that there might be a moment as things are winding down and people are kind of getting ready to get into their sleep situations, that like Burbage would kind of one by one kind of look at what the other members of the family were doing and kind of like, you know, see that Stormbringer is getting set up like outside in the hallway, and I don't know if Charity's probably maybe with Adine. Is that a fair guess, Chloe?
Yes, Charity is probably with Adine, and is also probably like setting up like a plate of like sandwiches and tea for Stormbringer.
Yeah. And so yeah, Burbage will just kind of look around and what's Hakari up to?
how late is it?
It's evening-ish. By this point, you're all pretty exhausted.
I'm probably just having like maybe an evening drink with people downstairs, like in
Sure.
the bar, but then
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
go to bed.
Sharing a couple new stories you have.
Yeah.
perhaps.
So
Checking out the talent.
yeah,
You're telling
yeah.
everyone about a dream you had last night. A
Okay.
dream about fish in a river. So many beautiful fish in a river.
Okay.
You tried to name them, but there were too many to name.
All right.
So sorry, this is so drawn out here, but so Burbage would kind of register what each of them was kind of doing, and he would, I guess, take Arbin up to probably like a separate room just from wherever he expects Hakari might be staying. Maybe, I don't know, but he might get like a separate room or whatever, and kind of just get Arbin situated like on the floor or something, and sit-
Jeez.
You can get a
no,
in the bed.
it's not.
You mean get him an actual like bedroll and
A
stuff,
bedroll,
Oh,
and
okay.
force him to.
No, like a,
What
like a,
is this at this point?
Missy, yeah. Missy, make sure that Wolfa brought up some blankets then for you.
yeah.
He's like, "Ugh," tosses him on the ground.
So Arbin's there, and Burbage would, I think, sit by the window, hopefully with like a view of the ice spire.
Yeah.
And he would be sitting there looking out the window, and I'm gonna have him kind of say like
I don't know if this changes anything, Burbage. It is the writing desk and window though, that you were sitting at when you decided to leave right after Vimeris' death.
Right. Yeah. No. That's perfect. He'll be at that desk, and he'll be looking out at the ice spire, and he'll say, "Hey, Vimeris, do you want to hear the joke that I was going to tell Peletoth earlier? I was going to say, is Rakdavir more like was Rakdavir? Yeah. Thought it might be a bit funny. Don't know if Peletoth would have laughed, but sort of a little callback to the joke I made after you got froze out there. And yeah, you know how I use jokes, tell jokes to kind of sort of get through the hard stuff. But I'm not quite sure how far the jokes can take me this time, Vimeris, because I think I fucked things up. Vimeris, I think I fucked things up with the others, and it doesn't feel good. But was Rakdavir? That's pretty funny, right? Was Rak? Vimer was. I kicked a zombie head. It was like a zombie of a gnoll, I think. I'm pretty sure it was a zombie of a gnoll, and I kicked it into a tube, and it went into the tube, and I shouted, "No!" Anyway. Yeah. That's it. We're gonna go tomorrow morning. We're gonna go off. We're gonna find this book, process Ferngully or something, and eventually we're gonna find some hellfire, and we're gonna get you out of there. But I'm sorry if when we do, we're not really a family anymore. It'll be my fault. Was Arbin awake during all that?
He seemed to give you your privacy.
As he's bound and
corner of the
gagged,
room.
he tried to roll into the corner.
He's at least pretending to move. Yeah.
Nice, cool.
And
Yeah, man,
Burbage, I
getting
mean,
to bed.
I have to say that you know the way to climb down out of this window. You hear the horses right outside. There's a pull to maybe want to see your brother again, to see your mom.
Yeah.
Do you fight those impulses?
Yeah, Burbage looks at the window, he looks at the desk, he looks at the sheets that he probably used to climb down the last time. And he'll stand up and walk over to the bed and climb inside.
Okay.
Blow out the candles.
All right. Hakari, eventually you stop drinking.
Yep, then go up to bed.
Wolfa helps you up the stairs. This is his place now.
Okay.
He helps you back up the stairs to your room and
Okay.
stuff. Do you just kind of head to bed?
Did I find anyone that maybe not Wolfa to help me up the stairs?
You were looking for someone else to
Well,
help?
yeah.
Pretty much everyone else is left already.
Okay.
And he's the last one to help you up.
All right.
He'll nod at you and
Okay.
good night. And
I'll go to bed.
Stormbringer, you've set up shop right outside everyone's rooms.
Yeah.
Wolfa brings you another blanket. 'Cause it's a bit chilly out here.
Thank you.
He nods at you then.
Hmm?
And he nods at Stormbringer.
Okay.
Is there anything else Stormbringer or Charity'd like to do today?
I think Stormbringer's just planning on mostly keeping watch and sleeping a little.
I think that Charity, like I said, would have gotten some sandwiches prepared for Stormbringer in like a sort of large pot of tea. And as sort of he and Nadine are heading by, he'll sort of stop and turn to Stormbringer. Thank you. Let me know if you need any help keeping watch.
Yeah, I will.
All right. You each then go to bed. You have an excellent night's sleep. Even you, Stormbringer. Something about this place feels just warm and comfortable now, and safe. When a lot of things seem up in the air. And Stormbringer, your mind starts to turn toward your sister. And you're remembering the face of your mother and your father as you're drifting off to sleep again. You're conflicted in returning entirely. Because you know deep down there's a pull that's going to want you to stay in that place because you feel like you're supposed to belong there. But now you intellectually know that you don't belong there. And it's hard because this new family that you had come to belong in again feels a bit distant, even. So maybe finding your sister again and seeing the Goliaths will bring things into perspective. Just thoughts as you drift off to sleep. And I think we'll end there tonight. So that concludes, in a very peaceful way, tonight's episode of Goats and Dragons. If you enjoyed this and are curious to see where the story goes, please follow us on Twitch, where we are Helpful Goat, on Twitter at Helpful Goat, on Facebook at Helpful Goat, on YouTube Helpful Goat Gaming. Check us out tomorrow night on at 9 Eastern Standard Time, 6 Pacific, as we play again with Dominic Monaghan in Dom and Dragons. And yeah, I think that does it for this evening. So thank you so much. Hang in there, everyone. We know this is a rough time and you feel disconnected, not unlike the family perhaps at the moment. Ooh. But there are definitely people that want to be connected with you, even if it seems like they don't even right now, and it's hard to see that. We're definitely one of those people. We love you so much. We thank you so much for listening and watching, and hope you hang in there. And from all of us on Goats and Dragons, we wish you an excellent evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. We love you and we want to be connected with you. We want your love.
Give it to us.
Okay. I'm just going to end the stream now. Have a good night, everybody.
Okay.